We get a show.
And I don't support anything to do with Erica Mena.
Erica who? Oh, Milla. Mena.
Yeah. She want to call women black monkeys.
She didn't say black monkey. She said monkey.
She said blue monkey. Okay, Johnny. She said blue monkey. And then she said, woo, woo. Well, how the monkey goes? Yeah, she said, ooh, ooh, ooh,
It's not the same. She said black monkey. I think
she's called the black people black monkeys before this, John.
I don't follow her.
She called her blue monkey because her hair was blue. So it's the same context.
Right.
It's not really.
She's called other people black monkey. She's called Johnny Blaze black monkey. She's known for saying that racial. I'm just telling you. Okay, well, you are defending her.
The one instance I seen.
It doesn't matter if she says black monkey. We all know when you call somebody who's black a monkey, we know what that means, John. Does it matter if she says black in front of it? John, just clarify this for me. Does it matter if she says black in front of it? If you talking to a black person.
It doesn't. But what I'm saying is, in the situation, you said she called her a blue monkey. Like, if she has a history of racial things, that's different. But I don't follow her, so I don't know.
So, but that's what I don't think he understands what I'm asking him. So, because she called her a blue monkey, what does that mean?
She called her a blue monkey. There's no blue monkeys ain't real. There's no blue monkeys.
Is he serious?
Again, she called a blue monkey because her hair is blue.
Her hair is always blue. So that's her. That's her.
Why she a blue monkey, but monkey, nevertheless. So she's still calling her monkey, but she's identifying her as a blue monkey because her hair is blue. Blue is her color. But you still call her a monkey in the racial slander way. So whether you say you fucking monkey, you stupid monkey, you dumb monkey, you yellow monkey, you throw monkey at a black person, we know what you mean. It ain't mean time to fight.
A yellow monkey is also racist because you call an Asian a yellow monkey.
Nobody's calling no Asian no yellow monkey.
I ain't talking about no yellow person. I'm just saying, you call any nigga a monkey, we know the racial undertone of it. Regardless of what adjective you put before it, you say monkey
to a black person.
The racial epithet is the same, regardless of what's put in front of it.
So, if I didn't tell you about her racial profile or racial slurs before this, you would have thought she was just calling her a monkey?
What's the context of her calling her a monkey?
Bro.
There has to be context?
No, it doesn't have to be context.
Bro.
I'm confused on what the fuck Johnny's saying right now.
Johnny, he too much of Switzerland because...
Right. But Johnny, let's narrow this down. When you say that what was the content before she calling her a black monkey, what are you asking me?
What caused the whole situation?
Okay, so supposedly Safari, let's run this down real quick. Safari
I really don't know.
Is best friends with Spice, right?
Okay.
So Spice almost had a episode where she almost died a few months ago in DR. Where Safari found out because they both Jamaican, he was like, he don't know how he was gonna live without her. Erica got mad because a few months prior to that, she gave birth to his only son, and she was about to die with the baby. And she was like, oh, you didn't care if I was gonna die, but here you are crying for another bitch. Boom. So he sent the voice notes to Spice. Spice tells Erica, like, you can't be mad, we two different situations. And Erica was like, well, you know, if you a woman, you understand you don't want your man crying for no other woman. Boom. So then Spice says to her, you act like you're the only woman that a man has left with 2 kids to raise on by yourself. And then Erica goes, well, I've been doing this for, I think she said 16 years. And then Spice said, well, I've been doing this for 14 years because Spice has 2 kids with no baby daddy. And then Spice goes, and you've been doing this with a son who don't even like you, which is her older son. So then Erica said, you should have died, bitch. and then flipped the table. And then Spice said, "Come on," and then Erica started calling her a blue monkey. And that's the rundown.
Yeah.
And that's the content that happened before.
And this isn't scripted?
It's not. It's not, because Spice, it was not scripted at all. It was not, and this is the problem with everybody. Because the way it happened, if you go back and watch the clip, the way it happened, it was not scripted at all. At all.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm still 50-50 on that due to the fact it's reality TV. Even if they tell you it's not scripted, it's scripted in a way. That's one.
Yeah, all that's true, but
I'm saying, no, in terms of that, in a different venue, it's different. They just ran into each other in a venue that had nothing to do with the show, and she blurted that out. It's like, oh, damn. But
yeah, but you saying that is still wrong, because anytime you use the racial epithet of monkey to black people, it doesn't matter the context. It don't matter the scene. It could be on TV. It could be at a fucking concert. It could be at Jewel Osco. It could be at Aldi's. It could be at ShopRite. It could be at Buffalo Wild Wings. You call a black person monkey, the context never changed.
Right.
It's different if that's on the script for you to know.
I ain't talking about no script. I'm talking period.
Yeah, but this situation is a reality TV situation.
But it wasn't a script, Johnny. They fired her after she said it. Erica Mena is fired from Love and Hip Hop due to the racial slurs.
I read that they have this footage they've been sitting on this footage for a while. So to me, it looks like they
John, it's because you don't watch the show. So
no way. He said it. This is pre-recorded, so they didn't fire her until.
But that's what I'm saying. But you don't watch the show. If you watch the show, you know that Erica Mena plays victim 24/7.
I'm not talking
with that
about
being said, if Love and Hip Hop would have fired Erica Mena prior to this and just didn't say why they fired her, if they would have just said they can't. They cannot tell you why they fired her before the show airs. So if they would have fired her and they would have came out that they fired her because of Erica Mena playing the victim, we wouldn't have understand, and we would have shitted on Love and Hip Hop. Oh. What they did was they released the episodes, let us see that she's saying racial slurs, let us see who she really is, and then say it's over for her. We're not gonna keep her due to that. But they wasn't gonna fire her prior to that because she has a following of sympathy. Because Safari is not a dad, he's not around, he's not paying child support, supposedly. So that's her storyline. It's a victim storyline. So if they would have fired her prior to that. But that's what I'm saying.
But I would say, one, that's right, calling a black person a monkey is wrong. But in this situation specifically, I see this. How can you tell me that this wasn't a scripted situation? That's the only thing for this specific situation. Like, this was reality TV. I
don't think they told each other. I think they put them in a room together knowing that they don't like each other. I think that's what they did. They set up for you to sit with a person and argue, but I don't think they tell them what to say, John. I think that they
No, say what you're gonna say. Finish the point. My bad.
No, I'm just saying, I think they put them in a room together and I think they have them argue, but what comes out of your mouth initially is what you say. Because I've heard Mazika say that same thing. Like, they don't tell you what to do or what to say, but they put you in predicaments where they know you're going to react. So what they do is they probably put Spice and Erica together and just wanted them to react.
Like I always say, it's controlled reality.
I was gonna use that word.
It's like control reality. But on a regular day, y'all not gonna bump into each other, and we ain't gonna tell y'all if somebody said something about you. But what we're gonna do is make sure y'all in the same space because we know fireworks. And that's how they do a lot of this shit when it comes to reality TV. So it's not scripted, but it's controlled. Yeah, because if I put you around this motherfucker, I know shit gonna go up.
Yeah, that's very understandable. I'm not saying Erica Mena is not wrong. She's still wrong for what she said, but I'm just looking at that scenario about everything. But I don't know, reality TV, man. That's it. That shit is a circus. I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of shit that they don't let fly. Well, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot. If you go back and look like, yo, this person said this person said that, you'll see a lot of stuff. But I just feel like, just from what I read, because I didn't follow the situation. From the little bit I read about it, the people that run the shit knew of it, and then once the attention was starting to go a little left, that's when it's like, oh shit. But that's the only thing I'm saying about that. But hey, she said what she said. She got fired. It is what it is.
Right.
I'm just saying. There's half the people who feel like she could say it because Spice mentioned her child, and there's that other half that's saying Spice didn't mention her child; she mentioned her parenting. And with that being said, there's no reason to throw around racial slurs.
No, you're correct, because someone gets you mad, and you know what I'm trying to say. It could be, like you said, they already didn't like each other, but even if they didn't like each other, or it's just two people meeting for the first time and just happen to have an interaction, and one person get the other person mad, doesn't give the other person the right, or the go ahead to say something racial. Like, that's the first response is racial, slur, phrase, all that stuff. But oh well. So do you think them firing her was the best way to go, or they should have did more?
Here's the problem. I believe that Erica Mena should be just forgotten about, because my whole thing with Erica Mena, this is not her first time calling anybody who's black monkey. She's said it plenty of times to black women, black men, and like she wrote in her paper, she was like, this is, just put it back in the tube. This, yeah, I just put it back in the tube. She just basically said, like, because I'll just eat from the tube, because I don't know why you did that. I don't know how you did that. This wasn't her first attempt not a first attempt. This wasn't her first time saying racial slurs or saying shit like that. And so because of that, at this point, we gotta just stop caving into her. She has black children.
She has an issue.
Right, and then right, and she said it like, I'm a woman of color. What does that mean? So are you a black woman? What are you then? Because it's just, I don't know. Erica Mena just needs to be left on the sidelines. Because I get it. Nobody wants to be.
With her name, she's probably some of Latino descent or something like that. But I don't know.
Spanish people don't be thinking they black, Johnny.
That is true. There is a collection of Spanish people that don't think they black. Causes a whole lot of friction.
But she slept with a black man, so.
But that's why you have situations like this where motherfuckers want to be with the people and say they black, but then you say racial shit like monkey. It's like, okay, so what do you align with? Because as a black or brown person, that's a no-go. So you say shit like that, you separate yourself from your alleged black side.
Yeah, probably love black man. Can't be out here throwing terms like that. Even if you're angry. Shit, I can only imagine the shit she probably called Safari when she was dealing with him in whatever their situation is. And the way you said she has a history of it, probably called him that too.
It's just the fact that she had kids with a black man, and you know what I'm saying, like, It's crazy to me.
It is crazy to have a child and then still, treat that, have children with a black person and then still use derogatory terms to black people. I don't know. That's to me, I feel like that's just pointless. So for all that, you should have just, stayed away, steered from that, and just mess with who you mess with. But
I think that's what she messes with, but black people. So to me, it's just weird. But
you see,
I'm happy she
I don't
got.
know. I'm saying I don't know who she messed with, but you said she only messed with black people, so that's just, or she's probably one of those, or like someone that feels like, oh, they got a black friend, or with black people, they have more leeway to say certain shit because they're cool with, or they're with a black person, or they are tied with this black person. Maybe it's one of those situations. She feels like she's dealing with a lot of black people, so she has more leeway to say what she want to say. I don't know, but apparently, like you said, she has issue.
Good luck to her, because she ain't got no jobs now.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. All this reality TV love, hip hop, housewives, all that shit got a lot of people eating. A lot of people eating. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's crazy? I'll be knowing some of the names. I don't be knowing that damn person on these shit.
Yes, you do.
No, I obviously some love of hip hop. Yes, I know people from love of hip hop. I'm just saying overall, just reality TV in general.
Oh,
I can't tell you who's on the Housewives or whatever, man.
I can.
I can't tell you what other reality TV shows they got. There's so many of these shit.
All right, John, let's go.
It's really so many reality TV shows.
I love it.
Shit.
TV kill brain cells.
The only people you heard, Bree,
I don't care what anybody says.
the Kardashians. That's a whole bunch of people I can name other than that.
But I must say, my favorite season of Love and Hip Hop was the first season with Jimmy and Chrissy and Olivia. Who else? And Fab's ex-girl Emily. That was the season that Jimmy.
That's still his girl, ain't it?
I don't know if they still together.
No, they're not. Fab is not together with Emily.
They don't have like the on and off.
No, they've been off for a while.
Well, they have the on and off, but they've been off for some time now, a couple of years now.
Yeah. That was the season where Jimmy choked up the guy.
Well, that's crazy, but because remember they had that you talking about the one that Fab had the whole situation when he got into the argument with her father or something.
Yeah, knocked out her teeth and all that shit.
Yeah, that situation. So you're saying he's no longer with her? Because her daughter's the one that's with G Herbo, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Oh. Tiana?
Yeah, that's who she got the baby with. G Herbo.
Oh no, she had two of his kids. I don't know if they still together or not, but
the one that was beefing with his baby mama, beefing with.
Oh yeah.
What's that? The other bitch that's with the other rapper.
Talking about Ari.
Yeah.
Like I said, some of these names I know, but a lot of these names I'm like, who's that? What's going on in this situation?
I know why Johnny know Ari.
Why you know Ari? Why you know Ari?
Y'all be looking at them ass videos.
Oh. She ugly to me.
I ain't say nothing about her face. Johnny looking at them ass videos. Johnny's like, who Ari?
Bro, I know who she is. This happens to be she's a part of the. Ain't she from Chicago?
Yeah, she from Chicago.
Yeah, she's part of like Chicago, Chicago culture. She cool all the trying to say she's cool all the Chicago rappers.
That's what you know. That's how you know, huh?
Bro,
100 degrees of separation.
Nah, why I know her is G Herbo to like the younger guys is like really big.
No, he got to a lot of these young niggas though.
Yeah, so you know what I'm trying to say? So their whole situation, like people talked about it because people looked up to G Herbo and then she started dealing with him. So that's how you heard the name. no offense to her. I'm pretty sure she does more than that, but that's how I first came to name, like, oh, G Herbo's girl.
Ass videos.
I don't know if she has those videos or not. But I'm just saying that's how I came to know the name, man. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Their relationship was one of the relationships that if you go on social media, people kept up with.
No, they did though.
They still keep up with that shit because wasn't it the other day I was showing you a video of her son and she was like asking her son a question. They asked her about Tiana, which is G Herbo's new baby mama, and she was like, he was like, he's
they really could have had their own reality show how they relationship unfolded on social media and Twitter.
But I guess she asked him something, and then he was like, no, she said, oh, she don't like me, and he said, how she don't like you? She likes you. And then she was like, you told me that she don't like me, to the little boy. And the boy was like, I never said that.
That's crazy.
It was wild, but it was like, bitch, you know it was you. You don't like her. Come on, cut it out.
But like I said, that was a couple that people really talked about, and people was. I just used to read like comments and shit like that.
Motherfuckers was really following their relationship online though.
Who, Emily and Fab or G Herbo?
No, G Herbo and Ari.
Yeah.
She just looks toxica. She just looks toxica, okay? Nobody want to watch her. She just looks very toxic.
Bitches love her.
You'd be surprised. She has a cult
big follow. Yo, no, she do.
She look toxica.
You know what on social media, she definitely
toxic.
They really fuck with her.
Nah, they really fuck with that girl.
Oh, okay. I would never follow her. I really wouldn't. Tiana looks like she has a better hair.
Be on Team Ari.
I'm Team Tiana. If you want to ask me, Tiana seems like she's more.
No, I'm saying that's like you know how they have their clips or whatever. Mm-hmm. Barbie is Team Ari.
I didn't know she was from Chicago though. That says a lot. All right, John, let's go.
That was
Devin said you should have recorded this.
It is recording. It is recording. Oh. It's an interesting. This week's opening conversation was an interesting one. It was interesting.
Because John don't believe that Erica Mena is racist, guys.
I never said that.
John said he don't watch reality TV, but watch WWE.
No, it's crazy. I was gonna bring up a point when Vince McMahon walks up to John Cena and said,
"What's up, my nigga?
Yeah, what's good in the hood? What's up, my nigga?" We're gonna say Vince racist too?
Vince is racist.
I don't know who Vince is.
He might be. He might be.
Is he white?
Yes, he's the owner of WWE.
Okay, that's racist. That's racist as hell.
Niggas walking around with do-rags and shit.
Yeah, and I
never fucked with WWE.
You know what's crazy? He went to the most popular white wrestler and said, "What's popular? What's good in the hood? What's good, my nigga?" And then they had a black wrestler, and then the camera panned to a black wrestler, and his you know what's crazy? His real life wife, and he was talking to her like, "Yo, tell me you didn't just say that." But it's also funny because that wrestler also.
John, I have a question for you because you also knew this person. I'm not gonna say their name on our pod, but he was your roommate and he was white Caucasian. We're not gonna say no name.
I know. I already.
Okay, if he would have said "nigga," would you have been mad?
I feel like I've heard him say it before.
And you didn't do anything?
Listen, I'm not the one to give out the passes for that. I'm not in control of giving out the passes. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He was saying that we gave Scott a pass to say nigga. And I said Scott ain't ever said nigga around me, so I don't know who.
But he's nigga around him.
I've heard him say it around a big group of people.
That's what I'm saying. I've heard.
That's what I'm saying.
I've heard Scott say it around Devin and Devin.
Well, listen.
We said the name.
You almost said the name. I think didn't Dev just say the name?
He did.
Ain't no fucking hand. I never gave Scott no pass to say nigga around.
But he said it in the room.
Crazy, Bree? Shit, people have a problem with me saying it at the school. So if a motherfucker has, I never even knew that, John. That nigga. Yeah. What's his name?
I have problems with you saying that, John.
A person at the school actually had a problem with me saying it. So
I have a problem with you.
I
saying
can
it
only
to John.
imagine if he ever said something to him or
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody had an issue with John, who is a brown black man, why would they give a pass to Scott to say?
Because Scott used to say it in the room, Devin. He said it in the room plenty of times.
Listen, wait, he was cool. Scott's cool, but obviously he wasn't raised in the diverse neighborhood. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Because Scott don't even, and I don't give a fuck. Scott ain't even a city nigga where it's like, if he was some around the way,
at least kid, NYC, like he was born
exactly. If he grew up in the city, grew up on a block somewhere, I can see niggas giving him a pass because he's from around the way. Scott ain't even from around the way, so I don't see anybody, or it could. I'm sure it probably happened, but I can't see me, nigga like Cap, nigga like Kev, allowing Scott to say nigga around them and it be okay.
I feel like maybe people had issue with it. It's just we was going to school at the time, and people wait. I ain't about to fuck up my whole school shit because of him. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I ain't saying lose school, but address it. We address other bullshit.
Nah, I feel.
I don't know.
I definitely heard him. I'm not saying he said it a lot though, but I've definitely heard him say it before.
That's great.
I'm not gonna say it was a frequent usage of the word.
No, I'm not saying I heard him say it every day. I'm not saying he walked into the door and was like, "What up, my niggas?" But I've heard him say it a couple of times.
Maybe I'm having delusion of grandeur. I don't remember ever hearing Scott say nigga.
I swear to you, he said it a few times, a couple of times around me. And John, you're not allowed to say nigga.
Yeah,
y'all say, let Scott say it around y'all pussy.
I'm a girl. What you want me to do?
Slap
him. No, John, you know Devin. If I would have slapped Scott, let's be honest, okay? Because there was plenty of times I should have slapped the shit out of him, right? But if I would have slapped him, you think Devin would have been like, okay. Or he would have been like, why are you slapping him? Why are you putting your hands on him?
No, why right? You absolutely right. I was like,
spaz on me.
I was saying,
just like you're gonna get me kicked out of school because you want to act up and you know it. John, tell me I'm wrong.
You missing the context, because if you did slap him and you said that nigga just said nigga around me, I'm gonna say where that nigga at so I can slap him.
It was dumbest shit he's done to me personally.
Nah, I mean that. The school, the work shit, that ain't enough for me to lose my school.
It does away. Yeah, it does away.
That's not enough for me to lose my school.
But him saying nigga is enough for you to lose your school?
Of course. I gotta stand up for what's right.
What was right if you would have slapped him when he was almost fucking up at the time, your girlfriend's job. Both of those things
deserve
slap.
Flipping ice cream, man. Get out of here.
Oh, fuck
y'all niggas flipping ice cream.
Fuck you, that was my job. Getting paid for it. See, that's that coonery shit right there.
Y'all flipping ice cream, man. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, whatever. He said nigga around you. You didn't hear him. That's not my fault.
That's possible. He probably said
you didn't hear him. John has said nigga around you. You have
John can.
John cannot say nigga.
How John can say
How John? Does John identify as a black man?
Yes, John.
No, he does not. Let's ask John. He's on the pod.
John, you better not say you don't identify as black, John.
Don't threaten. Hold on, John. Don't threaten him. Let him speak his truth.
Yo, every time someone asks me what I am, I tell them I'm Puerto Rican and black. Every time. I don't just say, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. You know what I'm trying to say? Every time you always present. So what? But yeah, every time I was asked what I am, I always said
who's black.
But that's crazy to me, because you being a Spanish man from New York, you would think that would be.
That doesn't make him black.
No, I'm saying you would. I'm saying in the sense of being a Spanish man from New York, you wouldn't even think that'd be a question, because you are from around the way. Whereas Scott, who's not, and people allowed him, the context don't make any sense to me.
I don't think nobody allowed him to say it.
They obviously did, because Scott ain't got enough juice to be like, nigga, and people just be like,
Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop.
Scott ain't got no juice where it's like, Scott real, don't they? I'm saying nothing to him. But so somebody allowed it. And
I don't know who was the first person he said it around, or what
I
he
can see
said
niggas. I can see him saying that shit around like Big Kev and P-Flow now.
But
that's who y'all roommates were at the time that he was your roommate.
No, I'm saying I can see him saying around them and them nut ass niggas allowing it because they want real to be like, yo, Scott, shut the fuck up before we slap the shit out of you. Like they were all goofy as shit too. Where they want to stand up enough to be like, to check them. They all just want to get high. So it's like, shit, Scott get us high, so he can say whatever.
well, maybe it was just funny.
I'm just happy somebody
said it around them, but I've definitely. I said he. I don't know who he said it around first or whatnot, but
I'm disappointed in you, John, that you allowed.
Yeah, John, he's disappointed in you because you are a man.
I'm
not slapping no man. I don't care what he says. I'm not slapping no man. I'm not putting my hands on no man.
The white man gets the pass, and me being who I am, got questions for us. So
yeah, that's crazy. I ain't saying you got to slap him, but John.
So question: Hansu can say nigga.
Hansu has said nigga a million times. Why can't he say it? He Dominican.
So you based it on his color of his skin.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She based it solely off his color of his skin. Hansu will argue down if he a black man or not.
He not. We not gonna go there.
Hansu like, yo, you're ignorant to not think I'm black. Like, that's what Hansu.
There's no melanin in his skin at all.
That's ignorant. Like, that's what
he got some. He's just a little light skin. That's all.
He got no melanin in his bones.
You know, my family call it he Casper.
Right. So he got no melanin in his bones.
My dad be like, how's Casper doing? How Casper doing?
Come on, listen.
All right, we can start the pod. I mean,
before that being said, we keeping all that. I'm just asking.
Yeah, keep all that. It's all great conversation.
This was.
We keeping the name on the pod.
At this point, if you view it, you view it. You know what I'm trying to say? You view it, you view it.
It's another shitty opinion, man.
Yeah, it's no personal gripes. It's just, what we say on this, we'll say to whoever thing. That's the fair way to look at it. If Dev was to see Scott in person, after we ever used the word.
Scott be sitting right here. I'll say the shit to him. Bro, who the fuck told you could say nigga? No, but who allowed you to say
that's my point. I'm saying what we say here, we have to we'll say it to whoever, you know what I'm saying? We'll say because that's what we feel and what we stand on.
Exactly.
You're not gonna change. You're not gonna just say it here for our viewers to see and then see people will change our tunes. That's not what we're doing. I hope not. We're gonna stick to what we say. Regardless situation. But no. Interesting.
I don't care. I would tie hands on his face. I don't think you allowed to say nigga. I don't think you allowed to do that. Okay.
Well, man, raised in the Bronx, man.
That doesn't mean shit. I've seen white people I've been raised with.
He was born in the melting pot that is NYC.
And again, Hansu knows, and that's the problem. It'd be a light motherfucker who know his blackness, and then be dark motherfuckers who don't, who deny it. So we can't be like, damn, you light, but you like, you know.
He light, he white.
Yes, he's white, but he understands. He understands you and black people come in all fucking colors, and he understands that he's a black man with Dominican descent. Mm-hmm. So if he's smart enough to say that, know that, we don't take that away from him. That's ignorant on our part. Okay. Black people of all colors.
Yeah. I've never seen a black person white. So
bro, it's a lot of white ass niggas.
Albino?
That's not intentional. Like that's a deformity.
But that's still a black person though. His
Yeah,
skin
I know.
is white.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, but that's
Nowhere.
I get it, but that's an actual deformity. Whereas you have people that just light skinned because of their hue, like somebody who's albino has a deformity.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this with how it goes, you dad probably walk past an albino person and really think the person is white. And
No,
you talk to them,
albinos have black features, so you can tell the difference between a white albino and a black albino. Don't give me that shit, John.
Bro, you ain't seen it. It's a funny video. It was a black guy. He was talking to an albino person. He was saying some funny shit to him, and then the albino's like, he said I guess like a typical black response. That's what they were saying in the comments.
Yeah.
And he said a typical black response is like, yo, I'm black. And the person recording him's like, what? And they conversate. He's like, oh shit, you black? Dapped him up like, and he's like, yeah, I'm black. He thought the guy was white at first.
Yeah, so he dumb. Cause you can see, bro, you can see a black albino. You can see the
Can there
features.
be a white albino? I've never heard of a white albino. And I'm not even trying to be funny on here. I've never heard, all jokes aside, I have never heard of a white albino. I've heard of Spanish albinos and black albinos. I've never heard of a
listen. If you
a white albino.
Listen. If you are a white couple, right, and that baby come out dark skinned, you are not the father. But if a black couple,
of a white albino.
Oh, okay.
You know, if a black couple give birth and the baby come out white, that is possible.
All right.
There are white albinos, but I can tell. But again, mostly yes, you see
white albinos.
Bro, I just Googled pictures of them.
It's all black.
No, they not. They not. Most of them we know and see are black. But there are.
I have an albino cousin. I have an albino cousin.
Boom, there go another albino white man. Like there's white albinos, another albino white man. They look like almost pinkish, right, in the face.
Bro, I'm pretty sure you're saying this shit because they look white. I'm bet you they all black.
Bro,
I just Googled it. I'm looking.
This a black man?
He albino.
He's albino. He's an albino white man. That's a white man. You can tell by the features, bro.
I know I have a albino cousin.
Bro, you can tell the difference between a black albino and a white albino. That's a black man.
That's not no damn black man.
Yeah, it is. And the way I want to say how you know the difference, gonna sound fucked up, and therefore I'm gonna keep it to myself. But I know the difference, and I know how I know. Because I got in trouble for saying this shit before.
You said the same shit Erica Mena said.
Bro, ain't no bro.
I'm just gonna be honest with it. I'm not gonna say what he said, but he said the same shit. Erica Mena.
It was similar.
It was very similar. Just put a bitch before it. Like
a few more words.
But we're not gonna say other words. But again, does she identify as black?
Yeah, she's a black woman. That's you don't say anything other than what I am. She is a black woman.
But no, does she identify as black?
Of course she does. She don't say I'm a white woman. She don't say I'm an albino woman. She knows she's a black woman.
Who you guys talking about?
You know who he's talking about? The person he had a conflict with in Berkeley. At this point, she gonna know.
Okay.
That wasn't his finest moments, and that's okay. We all have our finest moments. Like when Johnny says nigga. That's not his finest moments either. John said the pie.
Yeah, people believe in it too. Wow. You already got that one fan that dislikes me.
Yeah, I guess. Now you know what I'm saying, nigga.
Yeah, he never responded to my response, but he'll fuck around, pop around again, and give me another scolding in the comments.
Ooh, let's see what he said. All right, you ready, John?
This was an interesting opening conversation, and it's all getting cat in full form.
Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready. Had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell him pay attention, nigga.
Funny opening conversation, but let's get into Welcome to this brand new episode of the Another Shit Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my guy Dev, the host in the back, is back in the back. But when y'all watch this episode, we've had a very interesting opening conversation that I hope y'all will enjoy, but it was a very, very interesting one, to say the least, man. I think it's one of our best opening conversations that we've had. Well, man, some interesting stuff. So for our viewers, subscribers we have, please check out our opening conversation. Well, let's get right into the episode. One Chip Madness. For those that are fans of the Cultural Capsule Network would know, me and Dev came in second and last place, respectively. And on another podcast that we do, the Out of Shape All Stars, we do a pool for football. Me and Dev came second and last, so we had to do the one chip challenge. That hot ass chip. Me and Dev had to eat that. And you can all check that video out on the Coach Capsule Network whenever you want. Check it out. Me and Dev survived it. But we have some madness that comes with. We have two stories that involve the chip. Do y'all want to go to the super negative one or the one that's a little lighter negative? Which one do y'all want to address first?
I guess it don't matter. The lighter one, I guess.
Oh, the lighter one. T.I.'s son made a homeless man do the one chip challenge.
That's the lighter version of that?
Yes. It's fucked up, but compared to the other one, it definitely is lighter. Yeah.
Did he pay him?
No.
Can't give him no money to do it?
He said he was.
That's big teeth?
That's king.
Yeah, king.
Don't have this humbleness the other kids do. And I don't know if it's because he just feels like because his mom is tiny, his dad is T.I., he don't need to have this humbleness of where he's just humbled. And it irritates my soul. Like, it gives me this bratty child, even though he's not considered a child anymore.
You offered him $50 to do it.
But did he give him the 50?
I don't recall him giving 50, but I'm watching. I don't think he gave it to him. I'm rewatching the clip. I don't think he gave it to him.
Yeah, like my wife said, he going through exactly what she's saying. He got that bratty, like entitled, like kid syndrome. He don't he not grounded or centered it seems like the rest of the kids are. Like he just he honestly feel like he a fucking he feel like he's some Paris Hilton. Like he come from this long lineage of superstars, and by default, he has this just this arrogance that I don't understand. I just don't understand any shit. He's a fucking idiot though. Some big ass teeth.
Mike, a lot of the rapper looks different. I don't think he gave him the chip we ate though.
No, there's supposed to be a hotter chip.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different hot chips.
Yeah.
I think the one me and Dev had was the hottest one.
No, there's a new one that's hotter. It's a new one that's hotter that I was reading.
No, that chip, I'm not gonna lie, that chip is no joke, but you know what I'm trying to say? I feel like it's a foul thing to do.
Yeah.
And just the recorder, you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, the homeless man is gonna do. He wants money. He's homeless. So
right.
I just feel like this is very poor taste. Honestly, he's young. I get it. He's young or whatnot, but he thought it was funny. But I don't know.
No, it's definitely done in poor taste, man. And again, he just continues to make headlines for the wrong reasons. Like he just continues to just do dumb shit. He gets more attention than Damani, and Damani is the one who actually has talent. And I feel like if media outlets put more attention on Damani and what he got going on versus the dumb shit that King got going on, then people are be open to a lot of dope shit that Damani is currently doing.
It's crazy, but that's one part of the one chip madness. And the worse news, more negative news, a 14-year-old in Massachusetts did the one chip challenge, and he unfortunately passed away after doing the one chip challenge.
Yeah, that's sad. I wonder if he had any like underlying medical issues because although it's hot, I just find it surprising that that it will kill somebody, especially somebody as young as him who is at that age are very healthy. I would think.
He did it while he was in school. I'm still here.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it messes with your. If you read like the warning in the back, it does say like it can cause a heart attack, stroke, and stuff like that. To be careful with those.
I mean, Adobo said that on the back too. So
you're right. Adobo people say that.
That's horrible. That's one of my favorite seasons. That's it. It's crazy, man.
It does say that. So I try not to put too much of that shit in anything. It definitely does say that though, but and it says that on side song too. But listen, why you looked at me like that? It does. It says that on.
Listen, I'll be using both of those, so that's the double.
I know you do. Yeah. I mean, I think you should cut that down, but I think it has more of a you know how like when we get the hiccups when we eat spicy food.
Yeah.
Well, hiccups is a sign of your heartbeat skipping a beat. So if you eat something, when we usually get the hiccups is because we eat something spicy. I think it can cause like a reaction to your heart, and so you can have a stroke or a heart attack. The fact that he did it in school, where was the teachers, where were the people watching? That's the only thing that bothers me is that. Yeah. That shouldn't have been allowed.
Went to the nurse office and he passed out in the nurse office.
That's crazy.
But y'all know how that chip is. Well,
that shit was definitely intense. It was rough. I feel like John, if y'all watched the video, John definitely took it harder than I did. It seemed like, but
when you came home, it seemed like
the next day my stomach was.
I would say, unfortunately, the chip. Dev had the perfect chip. My chip came broken, so right. I had to it was like eating two chips at the same time. One little piece of that shit is just as hot as that big whole chip.
That's a fact. Now the next day though, my stomach was hurt. I felt like I was hungover.
Bro, my stomach was hurt so bad. On fire, bro.
I thought Dorian talking about he wanted to do that chip challenge. I'm like, you crazy.
He couldn't even do what we did, the hot bean challenge. When we had the jelly bellies, the hot ones, he couldn't even get through those episodes. And that wasn't even as hot as that.
I remember I bet him $5 to eat like the smallest piece of jalapeno, and he almost passed the hell out. Bro.
Yo, we went out that same night. I forgot what bar we was at in White Plains.
But thank God you didn't drink alcohol that night.
No, I think I had a beer, but I came home.
That didn't go out.
Oh yeah,
but I'm saying if you would have kept drinking, imagine how your stomach would have been.
Yeah.
Yo, breathe. I had to take a shit so bad. I went downstairs to the bar. That shit was occupied. And then when the shit opened up, that shit looked horrible. I was like, nah, I ain't shitting this shit. Then I went across the street to Lazy Boy. I was gonna go use Lazy Boy's bathroom.
That's a nasty restaurant, John. Like, I don't know fuck.
I didn't listen. I got there. I thought about it. I crossed the street. I was like, nah, fuck that. I ran all the way back to the hotel. I ran to the hotel. I ran. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely where the hotel was at, that big ass empty abandoned street where it has the big green gate because they're building something.
Where Outback used to be.
Yeah, over there.
Well, in the middle of me getting there, I could see the building. That shit it was hitting me. I'm like, oh nah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. Holy shit.
That hotel spot has really bad mojo for you guys. For all you guys. That's the same hotel that I had my 21st birthday at. That you
that
guys
blew up. Ali kissing me, the drinks spilling all over the floor. But I'm not gonna lie, I made it. But when I was in the elevator, I thought it was over. I swear to God, I thought it was over. I was like, I ain't coming back out tonight. I thought it was over.
Do the parents get to sue for this one chip?
No, because there is
there's a warning label.
It's a warning label on it.
But the store that sold it might be able to get sued.
I don't even think how can they get sued?
Because I think there's an age limit to buy that.
I don't know if it's an age limit to buy those.
I don't think it says one, but I'm pretty sure, depending on the situation, the parents could probably sue whoever sold it.
I mean, they probably. I'm sure they will probably go for one, but again, at the end of the day, is he was a willing participant. He took that. There's nothing like at stores that makes you sign a waiver before you buy it. You have to have ID or anything to purchase. Like you can literally order that shit online on Amazon right now, and all you get is just a warning label. Like
they could probably sue. It'd be tough, but you can sue for anything. They probably could sue whoever sold it to them or whoever gave him the chip.
Right.
They could find. I'm pretty sure they could find someone liable. At the end of the day, Fortunato did lose his life, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If not, this would be the case that would create the scenario for the next situation not to happen. So they might use this as the to set everything up for the future to prevent something like this from happening again. But it's just unfortunate for all and obviously it's a trend. We did it for the pod and content. It was fun. It was terrible experience, but it was fun.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure most people do that out of trying to say on something like out of light and fun. But it's unfortunate. Young kid lost his life. Prayers and condolences to his family. But damn. But they also removed it from the shelf, so they ain't selling the one chip at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take it off the shelves for a while, and have it probably into novelty stores and stuff like that. It won't be available at your local fucking gas station or CVS or Rite Aid or whatever. But they definitely gonna take it off for a while because it could potentially harm a lot of people, but so can cigarettes and alcohol, and they ain't stopping nobody. So, unfortunately, condolences to this kid. I mean, prayers to this family because they did lose a child. He was a kid, and so it's unfortunate that this happened. But I just don't see this incident really changing people's idea when it comes to the chip in regards to not wanting to take it and shit. If anything, motherfuckers gonna be like, yo, that shit crazy, and want to take the challenge even more.
Crazy stuff, man. Now, let's get into some music. So, what are your thoughts about Juicuy J saying how him and Will Smith talked about because 3 6 Mafia won Oscar for Whoop That Trick on Hustle and Flow. They won an Oscar for that. And when Will Smith spoke to Juicuy J, he basically told him how they let them get one before him. So do y'all feel Will Smith was wrong in his statement? Or y'all feel like he had a point with his statement?
Will Smith, what will he get an Oscar for acting? But this was different category. I see if they got Will Smith had like a musical score and it was something like dope, like shit, like dope song to a movie soundtrack. But Will ain't got no, unless you do Men in Black. Here comes Men in Black. That's possible.
You didn't have Summertime?
But I'm saying Oscars for the movie. So he's won Grammys. He got Grammys. But Oscars, the way 3 6 Mafia is won because of the Hustle and Flow soundtrack. That's how they got their Oscar. So although Will hasn't won an Oscar yet, and he definitely deserved one for the roles he's done. But I think it's not comparable because only reason why they were in the conversation is due to music. It's not like they got supporting actor roles or some shit like that, or they got a lead got an award for a lead in a short film. So it's not the same thing. So I don't even understand the context. Like, yes, I get it. Will deserves an Oscar for a lot of the roles he's done. But when you try to compare it to Juicy 3 6 Mafia, they solely only got it because of what they already do, and that's music. Now there's a lot of white motherfuckers and other actors that even got Oscars that Will should be asking, like, yo, how does motherfucker get an Oscar before me for this, and I didn't get an Oscar for that? That's more of a conversation. But comparing it to 3 6, getting one for doing music, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, maybe Will was joking. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe he was joking, and one of those jokes that maybe like a joke, but low key, like
Underlying truth, yeah.
one of those. He said that to him, but Will Smith worked his ass off. He finally got his Oscar. Well, he got his Oscar for concussion. That was the one that broke him. That he finally broke in. No, it wasn't. It wasn't concussion. It was when he slapped when he played Serena Venus's father. That's the one that got him the Oscar.
He slapped Chris. Yeah.
He slapped Chris.
Sir William, Sir Charles, or whatever it's called.
But that was the one that finally. He
Yeah.
could have won one for Ali. It's crazy all the ones he could have won one for. But he could have won one for Ali. He's done some good portrayals.
Ali, Pursuit of Happiness. He got some roles. Will definitely got some roles. And he got some tears. Will know how to turn on the tears like nobody else in Hollywood. You say Will cry, that nigga cry on the spot. So other than that though, he can't compare his L's to what they doing.
I never really watched Hustle Flow. Y'all gonna judge me for it.
You know it's hard out here for a kid.
But yeah, shout out to, he finally got his, so shout out to 3 6 Mafia for getting there. But like you said, it was just a different category. They wrote the rap songs for the movie. So that's like Kobe winning an Oscar for a short story, and another actor comes to him and says the same thing. It's like maybe someone in that's in the field of writing music and stuff like that would have said it. It's like, oh damn, they feel a type of way. But if you that's not the field because it's broad. So if you're not that's like someone doing animation, winning an Oscar for animation or directing and stuff like that.
It ain't really the same.
So they wanted for what they wanted at, and then Will was chasing the best actor one. He wasn't chasing all the other ones. I don't know if he would settled with that. Best supporting actor or something along those lines of that. Maybe now he's older. He may chase like a director award or something along the lines of producer award, something along the lines of that. But him in his acting career, he was chasing the best actor, and I feel like that's the ones that most actors chase. And then I feel like after a while, Oscars is Oscars. I think people in general chase it that's in that field. That's because that's like the highest achievement you could get, in that profession. So, but like you said, there's different categories. There's supporting, there's best. There's top director, best film, best. So, like I said, there's room to be made if you're great enough to get yours. But sometimes the field is just a little packed, so you gotta wait to get yours.
Well, you don't know. He can't wait. So I don't really know about that too much. That movie I really didn't watch, but I don't know. It just seems like Will I don't know. I've never seen Will look for this type of attention in my life. So it's just weird to me now that he's in this age of his life. He's always looking for attention everywhere.
But he was the one who said it. He wasn't the one who brought the story out, but his name is, through these past couple of years has been what's that? What's they call those magazines? The fuck is
Tabloids?
Yeah, his name is Tab has like tabloid heat around it. There we go, tabloid heat around it. So it's like anybody that says something or talks about him or says a story about him, that shit's gonna get clicks and views. More than even no, he's still Will Smith at the end of the day, but his name has been mixed with more tabloid stuff than what he actually does. But it is what it is. We are going to skip the next topic and go keeping the music, but we're gonna go into Bongo. Dev wanted to talk about Bongo. Cardi B.
Bongo.
Meg Thee Stallion's new single. They obviously dropped the single with the video. I watched the video. I watched a Cardi B interview. She said it's like the lyrics and everything. She said the visuals gonna look like it's gonna be WAP, but the lyrics is gonna be a tad bit different. But when I watched the video and
the song is the same shit.
Yes, I like Cardi B, but the context of the lyrics ain't much of a shift.
Yeah.
Maybe WAP was just a little more vulgar, but it wasn't much of a change and not much of a difference between two songs.
And this song is bad to me. It's a bad song. Colorful video. I say this. I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I know people love her, but I think Megan Thee Stallion is trash. I've always said this. I hate the way she raps. I've always said this. She raps like adrenaline.
Oh shit!
Like
we just saying
that's how she sound like 80s rapper. Shout out to Adrenaline. She sound like if Adrenaline was a woman, it would be Meg Thee Stallion. That's how she sound. Now y'all can take that however you want, because Adrenaline be like, nigga, I don't know what you talking about. She rap like me. She fire. But I'm just saying, I don't like the way she raps. She raps like some 80s man, a nigga rapping in the 80s, like my nigga Adrenaline do. Shout out to Adrenaline.
No, why you keep saying this?
Because it's a fact. Adrenaline he is influenced by that era, and it sounds like she is too. But it don't sound good on her. I'm sorry. I don't like the way she rap. I don't like this song.
Her influence is more of a southern influence.
You think so?
Yes, her influence is more of a southern influence.
Southern influence and who do you hear when you listen to Megan Thee Stallion?
I feel like I hear a mixture of southern rappers.
Who though?
I don't
like who.
I feel like she's one of those that just pulls from all of them. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't feel like don't got a specific one. I don't. You hear 80s style. I don't really hear that.
I'm saying in the flow context, like she got that old school boom bop, but it's like boom bap, but it's trash at the same time. Like it's not good. It's not good. A lot of people do it well. It's a lot of niggas like. Remember when Joey Badass first came out? He was big like boom bap and shit. But you could do that style and do it good. There's niggas who can actually perform that style. To me, it sounds like her father used to listen to a lot of old school hip hop around her, and she used to like listen to it and shit. Yeah, she from the South, but I feel like her dad was one of them niggas, or somebody around her, a male was around her banging like some old school rap, and that's what she was listening to, and her flow is somewhat like that. I say all this to say the song is bad, and it sounds like they chasing another WAP, but this ain't WAP. And yeah, of course it's gonna do well. The video is right, it's women shaking asses, so people gonna definitely check it out. But the song ain't good.
It's definitely gonna do its numbers.
Oh yeah, I ain't even talking about numbers. I already know that. But that's why I say numbers lie, because it'd be a lot of bullshit that be hitting numbers. But this song is not good. It's not a good song.
I didn't like the song. I feel like I've heard it too much, and I think Cardi needs to get out of this.
When Cardi gonna drop an album?
Boom.
Like when Cardi gonna drop an album? She had a successful album. She's had like even successful records after the album went up and WAP and a lot of the shit she be tied to be hits. But I want to hear a Cardi album. Like I want to like hear her piece together a good project like she did the first time. And I want to hear it sound like her chasing the other hit single. This sound like they were like, how can we do WAP again but do it different? So we did WAP, wet ass, vagina. This time we're gonna talk about another anatomy, a part of the woman body. And then the next one, because I don't know if the Bongos is what, that's the ass or is that the titties?
I think it's the ass.
Yeah, because she said, yeah, it is the ass. Because in one of the bars she talked about when my ass clapping sound like a bongo. So next song gonna be about titties. It's gonna be tatas. That's gonna be the next song. Bongos. Then the next song gonna be tatas. Come see my tatas. Like, I'm gonna shake my tatas. Like, I don't know, man. Cardi, come give me an album, Cardi. I want to hear an album. Megan, I do not want to hear any more music from you.
Yeah,
I feel like Megan lost a lot of momentum. Even though you don't like her, I feel like she had a lot more momentum before the whole Tory Lanez situation.
Oh yeah, she did. She was cooking.
Like after that, her like that whole situation happened, and I feel like she obviously had the issues with her old label. I feel like her momentum isn't as how it was pre all that shit.
Yeah, and also she's not good, so that also plays a
I
part.
knew you was gonna say that, but yeah, it is what it is. But Cardi B says she's working on an album, so you probably get the album. She only dropped one album, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, only one. And I bet not hear WAP on this new album.
Oh, WAP is definitely gonna be on a new album.
Bro, that shit's 3 years old.
It don't matter. That shit's a record. You gotta put it on the album.
Yeah, because to make it go platinum, they be doing all that number shit, you know what I'm saying? Throw on old singles on these albums and shit just so the record debuts.
Yeah,
album debuts number one.
Yeah, that was basically a big ass throwaway record, which is crazy. So yeah, it has to go on the album. You can't just throw that shit away.
Yeah, she definitely gonna put it on there. Shit, it probably be at the end of the album or something, but it's gonna be on there.
This is why when the conversation comes up and it's about Nicki and versus Cardi, it's always gonna be Nicki for me.
Nicki about to drop an album.
Yeah, she is.
But Nicki's been on goofy shit. But what I'm saying is, music wise, Nicki has done more. Nicki gave us a whole breakup album, which was dope to me. She gave us a whole coming up. I'm out here. A whole pop. Rap album. Like
when Nicki was cooking, like, and it wasn't just the same records. It wasn't the same sound. She was experimenting. She was doing hip hop. She was doing R&B. She was doing pop. She was doing EDM.
Right.
She was doing big ass hits with the pop stars. Like Nicki was doing every fucking thing. I don't entertain those conversations because I know what Nicki is to hip hop to music when she's not doing the goofy shit. So I don't even entertain those conversations. But now that you brought it up, when Nicki was in her hay,
right,
Nicki was smoking everything.
Well, she was. She definitely was. But hey, shout out all of them. Continue to do their thing, but continue to put out some new music. Yeah, let's get into a story that we covered. We covered the Danny Masterson, also known as High from That 70s Show, being convicted of rape. He was just recently sentenced 30 years for raping 2 women. And like in the Tory Lanez case, character letters were leaked, and in this case, character letters for Danny Masterson were leaked. And two of the names that wrote character letters were Ashton Kutcher and Milla Kunis, obviously his castmate on that '70s show. But they received a lot of backlash for, writing these character letters. Do you think they was wrong or right for writing these character letters in his favor?
I'm gonna say the same thing I said with the Tory Lane situation. Character letters are for people who know you beyond what the press or image is saying about you. So, with a character letter, I'm speaking on the behalf of what I've seen from you, what I know you to be, regardless of what you're being accused of, because again, you can be found guilty of something and still be innocent. And so when these character letters come out, I don't feel like people should feel no type of way about people describing somebody in the nature of what they known them to be. I'm speaking solely on my experience with this person. And a lot of times when they write these character letters, a lot of times you be like, yo, I can't, that gotta be, if there's somebody you know and love and care about and you feel like you have you really know them, you thinking this can't be possible that somebody that I know and care about would do something like this. And therefore, that's why you're willing to write the character letter, because it's almost like disbelief that this person that I know would do something like this. And so I feel like people shouldn't feel any type of way about someone displaying how they know somebody, whether they get found guilty or not, because I'm pretty sure if they get knowledge of some shit that they can't deny, then that completely changes what you think of somebody's character. I just feel like when you write a character letter, you solely writing them based on what you know of the person, and that's it. You can't fault nobody for just knowing or speaking about how they know somebody or how they feel about somebody.
Can I say this and without it sounding crazy? But I'll be watching the Locked Up, the show that these women know that these men be killers and rapists. Like it's they've admitted to them and they still love them. They still riding for them, sending money to the jails and all this other stuff. Or we've known people who's from the hood who will say free my nigga Mike and shit. But you know he shot that gun and shot that person and all this other stuff, but we will still say free them and all this other shit. They a character letter is just so that they're not spending their life in jail. It could have been a mistake, or it could have been this, it could have been that, and they just writing a letter to let the judge know, like, maybe they don't need to do life in jail, with a few years or a few this and this and that. Their personality, they're gonna learn from the mistakes and they're gonna be able to change it. That's what the character letter is for. It's not to get them off from the crime they did. They already been sentenced. They already been found guilty of that crime. The whole point of a character letter is just to say, I don't think this person needs to do a whole life in jail in order to learn this lesson, because that's just not who they are. The letter doesn't take them off the hook and now you're not found guilty. He's still gonna have to deal with the guilty verdict and be on the list for pedophile. You get what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't change the outcome of his.
Character letter don't do anything, but that's what I'm saying. People are only speaking on the character they know.
Yeah, I think that the character letter is written with the intention of hopefully it swing sentencing, I believe.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's for the judge to take into consideration when it's time to be sentenced.
Again, with that, if I'm writing a character letter on your behalf, I'm speaking solely of what I know of you.
Right.
So people can't be upset with me, regardless of what charges you may face. I don't know you as those charges. I know you as something else, and that's why if I know you did some shit like that, bro, I'm not gonna put my neck out there knowing how they've been exposing these character letters, because I feel like something like that also is done in private where it shouldn't be exposed.
I think the problem with Ashton Kutcher and Milla
Kunis.
Yeah. They are the spokespeople for women trafficking and all this other stuff. So when you out there saying women trafficking, women rape, all this other stuff, it's not cool. And then one of your friends is found guilty of rape. It's like, how dare y'all write these letters after speaking?
I think that
and being these public figures for rape victims. But here is a rape victim, but you're gonna take the side of the rapist because he's a friend, and that's where the whole
that definitely plays a part in it. But beyond that, we've been seeing a lot of people character letters being exposed now. That's a new thing. When somebody else, celebrity, is facing a public court case, if you are a celebrity and you write a character letter, they're going to expose you. This has been happening this last year or two.
But it's always happened because the character letter is read in the open, because it's read inside the courtroom when the judge is. So you have an option. You can either go and speak in person for the character, for the person, or you can either submit a letter and the judge will read it so that everybody can hear it.
Right.
But the character letters has always been a public thing.
I didn't know that.
It's just now because of, because Megan is the one who.
Yeah, I just feel like I've been hearing it more and more about.
But that's what I'm saying. The other case that we heard it on was with Tory Lanez, and that was because Megan basically went on Twitter and said that what's her name Iggy Azalea wrote a character letter, and so I think somebody else, she said, wrote a character letter and that she would never fuck with them again and all this other shit. She made it to the public, but technically it is read out loud in the courtroom so that the person who's being charged can hear the letter, and the lawyer is the one who usually reads the letter out loud. So the judge can hear it, everybody can hear it, so it can persuade the sentencing of how long they go to jail. So it is public record. It is for the public because they ultimately read it out loud. The lawyer reads out loud. But I'm just saying, I think what played a bigger part than that is the fact that they are known for that whole, we are here for the girls trafficking, and we're gonna stop it, and we're gonna stop this rape and this Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And now it's so funny that it's a friend of theirs, and that goes out the window. That's why I think people are upset, which I understand, because if you're gonna be one way across the board, if it's a friend or not. That makes sense.
That's true. But again, whether I'm pro something, if I feel like my friend ain't capable of that based on what I know of them, then I can say that. I could be against drugs, and then you say my friend was a drug dealer. I can stand up and say, no, based on the character I know them for, this ain't who they are. So again, it's like.
But if your friend gets caught with a pound of drugs selling it, you can't say, well, that's not who they are, because the proof is in the pudding. The proof is right there. They selling drugs.
If that's the case, again, unfortunately, a lot of times I don't know the mainstay of this situation, so I can't say what was proven in his case.
Right.
I don't know. Now, if you given that example, if there's physical evidence that they came across before they wrote their character letters,
right, then
yes. But when you in the midst of a court and your friend is being charged with something, you don't have all the information either. So when you write this letter, you are only solely basing your letter off what you know of that person, not what evidence has been presented.
No, when you're writing this letter, Devin, they already been found guilty. So the letter is written after they found guilty.
But that's not always the case, because again, whether you've been found guilty or not, a lot of times they write these letters. These letters are compiled in order to help sway the judge's sentencing.
Right. So the problem here is the crime has already been found guilty. So he's already guilty. So my whole thing is, and this is my problem. because of who they are and who they stuck up for, the person has already been found guilty. That means the evidence was so compelling.
That's not how court works.
But I know, but according to Ashton Kutcher and his wife, there's been people who've been found guilty because of them. So the whole thing is, you wrote the letter after it wasn't like he wasn't found guilty, right? He wasn't found guilty and you said, yes, thank God he wasn't found guilty because I know him not to be this. Right. He was already found guilty and you wrote letters stating something else. And that's what people are having problems with. It's not the fact that he wasn't found guilty and y'all was like, we knew he couldn't do this. He's not a rapist. This is what we know him to be. And then everybody's like, okay, but y'all taking the word of him over the woman. Because then that would have made sense to me.
Yo, what I'm saying is, guilty or innocent or not, whether you found guilty, whether the court was able to prove you guilty, that doesn't mean you're guilty. And as somebody who is on the side of, God forbid, if somebody I'm on the side with has been found guilty or something, whether the courts say they have viable evidence or not, that's not always the truth in a sense of, you can still be found guilty of something, and based on whoever's around you or who supports you, this might not be enough to be found for you to be found guilty, although the courts have deemed you guilty. So as a friend of that person, God forbid, a pound of coke found in the car, I'm giving that example. My brothers or somebody I know is in the car with that coke. They get all found guilty of it and shit. I can still say, in this and that, I'm only giving that example because I don't know the details of his case. You only speak about the character that you know, and therefore that's where your stance come from. Whatever you pro something or against something, when it comes to your personal relationships, you stand on what you know of that person, and therefore that's where those character letters come from. Because if it is being said in the court, publicly in the court, then you are taking a stance because you know, if you know it's going to be shared in the court publicly, then you have a particular stance on something, then you're only speaking from what the character that you know. That's the only thing you're speaking about. But you're
standing on the side with a rapist. You're standing on the side with a guy who's been found to be a rapist, and right. That goes against everything that you preach. That goes against everything that you stand in front of other judges and said. Right. And it sounds like you contradicting, because if I say I don't want drugs sold in my neighborhood, I don't believe in drugs, and just because my cousin or brother or whatever was found in the car with drugs who was going to go sell or distribute, and I say, well, no, I'm gonna stand with him because this is just not who I know him to be. Unfortunately, what that does is that makes me look like I'm contradicting, and I don't stand on anything. I just flow with the waves of whatever I feel like that day. And so that's what people are feeling.
I think that's one way to look at it. I don't think that's a definite, because again, we see too many times where Black men specifically get caught up into situations where it seems to be a certain way, and they get locked up, do all these years for shit, and then 20, 40, 50 years later, it's proven different. So I'm only speaking about character. I don't know Danny like that. If he a rapist, he can ride in fucking hell. All I care about. I'm only speaking about the people that's willing to make character letters. I think they only do it from the point of, I'm speaking about this person that I know. So therefore, what I'm saying is only from that vantage. And I'm willing to say it because I know y'all gonna come out and say something.
But apparently they didn't stick to what they know about him, because a few hours later they came out and apologized for writing the letter. So again, they not sticking to anything. They just flowing whatever makes them look good. It's not something, because when Iggy Azalea she said, I'm gonna stick on what I said about him. This is what it is, and this is what Tory Lanez mean to me, and I'm sticking to it. That's fine. You stick to it. Cool. But not even a few hours later of them getting backlash for it, they automatically come out and apologize. They didn't mean anything by it. They are not with him. They do not stand by him, and they do not stand by this verdict.
Well, I gotta stand again. I gotta read their statement, because if they did say, "Oh, we apologize, we don't stand with him," then that is hypocritical, because you can't say his character is this, but then say, "Oh, once backlash happens, we don't stand with him. We didn't mean that." So yes, if that's what they said, then yes, you are completely right. They are hypocrites in that sense. But again, I'm speaking solely on character. Like I said, with Iggy, when the Tory Lane situation came out, when she wrote her, I said the exact same thing. How we can't tell people to, if they write character letters, we can't tell people how to feel about somebody regardless of what the person being charged for, because they don't know them for the charges. They know them for something else. And that's solely what the character letter is solely based on. Not what your charges are, but what I know of you. That's your advantage if you write a character letter. Because again, I give the example of any of my family or somebody, I ain't gonna say any of my family, because some of them motherfuckers, I'd be like, yeah, that nigga did that. But if a certain person was caught up in a situation and I deem that they're like, yo, that character don't tell me what they're being charged for, then I would be comfortable in saying I would write a character letter for them, because that person is not what they're facing. I hope that makes sense, John. You get what I'm saying?
No, it does. I know what you're saying. It's basically saying like, you have a bond with such a like person, even though they did some foul shit. Whatever foul shit you did doesn't sway how you was your bond or your interaction with said person. So you're still willing to write the character wins. Maybe in certain situations, someone what they charged of and get convicted of may break certain bonds, but in certain situations, it doesn't break the bond. That person still has a bond to them, knowing that they did what they did, but in their heart,
and I'm not speaking on if they did what they did. I'm speaking solely on what I believe they're capable of versus what they're being charged of. Mm-hmm. Because if they did what they did, and we have undeniable proof that they did what they did, I find it hard to believe that people will write a character letter for somebody when it's like the proof is in the pudding, like it's undeniable. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you write a character letter for somebody where it's like undeniable, then you a piece of shit, because now that's you actually supporting a criminal or rapist or murderer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you motherfucker got the knife in his hand, blood on his shirt, get caught over the body, and then you write a character letter like, oh, but I know them to be a sweet person, then you're a piece of shit in that case. So this is I'm only solely basing my opinion on somebody having a relationship with somebody and a advantage of who they see versus what they're being charged with. Because I think a lot of times when somebody write a character letter, and I can't speak for this Danny situation because I don't know the details of the case, I would only write a letter if the details in the case to me isn't strong enough to support the charges. Yeah. That's the only way I'm writing a character letter. If the charge and the proof is in the pudding, then fuck you. You can write to hell. I don't care how cool we were. If you get what I'm saying, like if the proof is there, I don't care who you were to me. I ain't writing you shit.
So this is what their apology said. We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future. Kunis dictates that the ton of grave certitude, while the pair present information about a friend in order to potentially reduce his sentence, is far from unappreciated steps in the legal system. It does not evoke the sense of supporting victims. Kunis declared the letters were not written to question the legitimacy or the validation of the jury's ruling. Both letters repeatedly and aggressively pressing the point of Masterson's opposition to drug use. Kutcher and Kunis seemed in writing to walk right up, saying that they claimed that Madison used date rape drugs in 2 cases for which he was convicted was impossible. So they're not saying he couldn't do the rape. They talking about the drug part. He's not a drug person.
And so that goes back to saying what he's being charged for. We don't believe he would do that.
Right. One part of it. We're not arguing. They saying like, look, we're not gonna argue. Johnny, shut up.
And so that's what I'm saying. We're not arguing that we don't, because they don't want to be the people. Like, that's the PR game. We don't want to be the people that doubts the court. But we are saying that because of how they trying to charge him, that's not Danny. And so because of that, you can fairly write your letter based on what you know of a person. That's just what character letters are.
Not for you, that's what they are. They definitely are. But
that's the intent of it, because like I said, I don't care who you are. If I know, first off, if I know you're a fucking scumbag, you would never get a character letter from me. And 2, if I don't believe you a scumbag, but then there's Bible shit that come out, and like I said, knife in hand, blood, and it's like undeniable proof. Why the fuck would I write you a letter? You need to be out of here.
That's just a bad. I'd rather them not have wrote a letter at all, because now explaining it makes it kind of sound worse.
It definitely sounds.
We don't believe he would use a date rape drug, but there's a possibility he could have raped people, but he just wouldn't use the date rape drug. He's not into drugs, but there's a chance he might be into raping. And so when you do that, you play with the border of like, dude, then you might not write no letter.
Yeah, you should write your letter. You shouldn't respond to the outrage, because all you're doing is digging a hole.
Yep.
You write your letter.
Situations like Dev said.
Yeah, you write your letter. You support who you support. You stand on what you say, and that's it. Don't say nothing else, because now y'all playing the PR game. Well, we do support this, and we do support the courts, and we're not challenging the courts, but at the same time, we are pro Danny. So it's like now you looking like a fucking idiot, because it's like you riding a bunch of sides now.
Right.
You stand on your ladder and don't say nothing else. Deal with the PR, deal with the public outrage.
Right.
Say what you mean what you say. Right. Then you start taking it back, and what we meant to say is, I want y'all to know is, now y'all look stupid because y'all doing the PR game. Y'all trying to clean up whatever y'all intent were. Write your letter. Support your people. If you feel like that's your people, I have no quarrels with somebody supporting their friends or loved ones, regardless of what the case may be. But you got to stand on it. Mm-hmm. Stand on it and shut the fuck up and deal with whatever comes with it.
Yep. This situation, it is what it is. Justice was served for the victims. He got his 30 years. He was found guilty. Well, he was convicted.
Although I feel like sex offenders should be in jail for life. So I do say that.
That's a different argument for another day, but I feel like, yes, especially if it's more than one, definitely.
Yeah, this was 2 different accounts here.
You know what I'm trying to say? That's more leaning along the lines of serial.
Still living in the 70s, I guess. Still on set.
Crazy. Look like the way we're gonna transition to some light and better news. Look like Bree, we have to wait too long.
Man, I don't want to talk about this shit.
What?
She's mad. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky's newborn baby's son's name was revealed.
Oh yeah.
Bree, Bree.
The name is Riot. And don't get me wrong, I love the concept of the name for a regular child. So like a regular child named Riot, that's dope, right? But for Rihanna and fucking
ASAP Rocky.
Well, ASAP Rocky ain't shit. For her kids, I expect like names that just like when Beyonce named Blue, everybody was like, what? damn. Like when Kim named her daughter North. Yeah. Everyone was like, damn, that's crazy. When she named her other daughter Chicago, that was like, because Kylie's from Chicago. When she named her son Saint, everybody was like, yo, that's dope. I don't know the last one. But you know what I'm saying? But like,
is it 3 or 4?
it's 4 of them, but I can't remember. I know it's North, Saint, Chicago, and is it Palms? Psalms. Like, ooh, like what? When Kylie came out and she named her daughter Stormy, when she named her daughter Stormy, it was like, what? Like, you come out and you name your kid Riot?
Riot is a fire name.
Oh so. God, here you go. You about to stick up for her.
Riot is a fire name. I don't like the song choice. It's based on A$AP Rocky's song Riot. And it ain't even a big song. So
what is the song about?
I don't know. I can't remember. It came out a couple of months ago. It's not even one of his biggest songs. If you was gonna name it after A$AP Rocky song, you should have called it "Fucking Problems" or something. Like
or Peso. That was like the big hit.
Pesos, exactly. Pesos. Like when you think of Rocky hits, Riot is a new song. Riot's been out a couple of months, and although I like the name, I don't like that it's tied to because they say Riot based on what
Peso.
Yo, Pesos would have been fire. If they were named their child Pesos, yo, or Yams. Imagine if they named their son Yams after A$AP Yams. Rest in peace, Yams. Like, that's fire. But you name it Riot after a song, most people don't even know Rocky. And so I think the name alone, Riot, is a fire name. I think that's dope. But because it's tied to a mediocre song and not of the top of Rocky's discography, I'm not rocking with it on
I mean, I can read in some of the lyrics. I can see why we grow, we learn, we live. I might start a riot. We grow, we learn, we live. Opposite of quiet. We grow, we learn. Pussy nigga tired. How about you try it? I don't buy it. Yeah.
So, A$AP's biggest songs. Pesos. Lord Pretty Flacco. He should have named his kid Pretty Flacco.
But they trying to keep the R's. So you're missing the fact that she wanted to keep the R's. So you had Rihanna, you have RZA, and now she needed an R name.
His ass ain't got what's his name? What's his real first name?
I don't.
If he ain't got an R, then it don't make sense.
But I don't have an R. I don't have a D. I don't have a D. And we're
gonna work on that though.
But this is the problem. See, you can't do that. I don't have a D, but yet you had this whole thing in your mind. We had to name our son with a D. Did you not?
Yeah.
And if I would have went against that, you think you would have let that go? No. So she wanted to name her kids with an R.
Yeah, I see. Okay, but again, when they explain it, like, how do you come out with a riot? Oh, because it's one of A$AP's big songs. It's like, which song is that? What song?
Oh, he does have an R. Rakim.
Okay. Oh, Rihanna, Rakim. All right.
So, Rakim Myers.
All right. So, I stand on what I said. The song ain't good, so I don't like that it's tied to that song.
It's not a popping name for me. I would have loved him to be like, Hey Little Savage, or
if this name would have came and that song never came, I would be fully supportive. I'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
They should have named him Raheem.
But
out of
Juice.
They should have named him. They should have named him Raheem.
But
all right, Rihanna. All right. Now we done having kids. We done had the 2 boys, RZA and Riot. Now give us a fucking album, bitch. Let's go.
That too. That's another nigga that I need an album for.
And then name it RZA and Riot. And let's go.
Next week, we should do a list.
Here we go.
Top 5 made up celebrity names. So these are our own These are our own made up names for celebrity babies, right? These names do not belong to anybody. But what we think are the best 5.
Can we choose the person and their kid of what their name should have been in our book?
That could work too. I'm just saying these are all made up names. So if you think a celebrity child name should have been something else, that's cool too. But top 5 celebrity baby names. It don't have to be tied to somebody, but if my wife wanted to tie it to a particular child, that's up to her. But John,
next week, top 5 list baby names for celebs.
Oh, we won't be on next week.
We won't be on next week. We won't be on next week.
We'll say it for your return episode.
We're going to say it when we come back. All right, so remind us when we come back.
Because I don't think Chrissy.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler, we taking vacation.
Yeah, we just spoiled that we ain't going to be here. You know, it's going to be Drew. They're going to be asking for Drew after this and not us no more.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't like the name.
Riot.
I don't like Riot. So. And I don't like Krishan's son's name either.
His name is Krishan.
Right. I don't like it.
It sounds like a boy name.
It does sound like a boy's name, but I don't know.
It does work though.
I don't like when females name boys juniors. I don't think that works. But okay, go ahead.
Oh, I see what you're saying. A boy shouldn't be a junior after a woman.
Well, right? I think girls can be juniors.
Girls cannot be juniors. If we would have had a girl, I would have never
been Devin Luther Johnson Jr.
She would have not. And plus, he's not a junior.
We're toting that line with no identity, gender. We're toting that line.
I'm just saying I don't like juniors. Period. I don't like, and technically he's not a junior because his middle name is Jesus, and her middle name ain't Jesus.
Oh, his middle name is Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's definitely not a junior.
Yeah, his name is Krishan Jesus, whatever her name is. But she said that because she wants that baby to have a relationship with God and Jesus, and I think that was a beautiful reason.
Name David.
Yeah. Huh?
So the name David. Peter. There's a bunch of other days that you could go with.
All right, John, move on because he always gotta say something.
All right. Let's get into Neiman Marcus. CEO says they just don't want to sell to the poor people no more. Now it looks like Neiman Marcus is about to be up for sale. Karma, thoughts?
I never liked the fucking Neiman Marcus.
I'm about to say, who shops there?
So
because we poor. But who shops there?
Neiman Marcus is, I mean, to me, it's really for like older. Their clothes are not.
Yeah, they ain't got shit
for the younger people. Even the younger white rich girls are not shopping at Neiman Market. They're shopping at
Scam.
Right. They're shopping at Bloomingdale's or they're shopping at Saks Fifth, but they're not shopping at Neiman's. Neiman's don't have that name that it had when we were kids, and our parents used to be like, "Oh, we're going to Neiman's Market."
See, I don't think any of those stores still have that allure that they used to have. The
Saks might though.
I feel like they still have the niche market of the upper elder, white, middle to upper class. That's who shops at these stores. Even the young and rich. Everybody first off shops online.
Or Nordstrom.
And even that, but most women now are wearing athletic wear like every fucking day. So you see, that's why scams and shit like that and those type of everyday wear, athletic wear, that's where the money is now.
Oh, and PSA to the women out there, if you're going for MRI, do not wear Lululemons. Lululemons will burn your legs.
Another big one. Like,
and they're not good for you.
Lululemon, another big one. I just don't think those stores, those old-fashioned top brand, high brand stores like Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth, they don't even have the same allure. So this, to me, is just what's to come for all of them.
But let's just be honest. I think once you start putting in the air like that, I forgot who else put that in the air that they didn't.
Tommy Hilfiger
wasn't making.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Right. He wasn't making clothes for the black people. He don't like to see black people wearing his stuff. I think once you start saying that shit,
like you see shit at Bongo Factory.
Right, and again, even then, it's not selling out. It's not doing as good as it used to do. When you used to wear Tommy Hilfiger at school, you'd be like, "Yo, you fucking rich, you got this." And again, it's just
got to go to Saks again.
Right. It's just not having the same effect, right? So unfortunately, Neiman Marcus said he doesn't want poor people shopping at his facility. I don't even know what that means. Like, which poor people is going in there if your shit is almost $400-500 for a shirt? Right. Then poor people are not going in there, you idiot. These upper class people. So for you to say that, you just sound like let's just call it what it is. You just don't want black people shopping at your shit. And so because of that, we're not gonna shop at your shit, but just know that black people are the biggest consumers. And so with that being said, good luck. Because motherfucking Foot Locker is the same, talking about you preach what you sow. So I went to go buy Dorian's, because we talked about Foot Locker a few weeks ago. You remember that, John? Mm-hmm. And we talked about how Foot Locker is easier just to go shop at the online, right? A week ago, I went to go get Dorian's sneakers for school, his Air Max for school. Go in there, bitch, rude as hell, John. Like, rude. And I'm trying to like get me and my mom are trying to like do something on our phones to pay. I'm like, I'm sorry, we're gonna rush it up a little bit. And she's looking at me like sucking her teeth, like, huh. Like, I'm like, I know you're having a bad day. I'm just trying, I know, like, and she's giving me attitude, John. And I'm like, and this is why y'all losing the fucking customer service, or y'all losing customers because of your fucking attitude. Like, you can't say, oh, we down in revenue, but y'all fucking suck at the stores. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it has to go hand in hand. Y'all can't be saying this shit and then being like, but we want customers, we want money. Like, that shit goes hand in hand.
That's crazy. Because you said it before, right. The episode, you said they'd be rude as hell, and you went and had another rude experience with them. Crazy.
John, I mean, I came home, asked Devin livid, like ready to like slap the shit out of her. And I'm a person who I understand working with patients every day. People are very rude and people could be really disrespectful. But bitch, where are you working at? You know you work for people. Like, come on, man. Like, we have to go through these classes where the proper etiquette is when you're working in the
service industry.
Yeah, like, especially retail. Like, what the fuck? Who are you at Nevis to say you don't want poor people? Like, what does that even mean?
That means you don't, again, you want your shit to sell, right?
So it doesn't matter if you're selling it to a regular Joe, if he has the money to buy it.
Oh, well, it is what it is, You want to alienate a whole bunch of people for buying your stuff? Go right ahead.
Yep, just did it.
Gunna's first performance. It's like a sold-out show in the Barclays.
Who's?
Gunna.
His first show since the whole, YSL.
That rat shit.
Alleged snitching.
Yo, niggas don't give a fuck as long as the music hit. Yo, Fuck You Man was the song of the summer.
Which is crazy, right?
Everybody. Yo, that shit came on. Everybody like, yo, this nigga Gunna rap, but that album hard. Niggas sold out the Barclays. First show, niggas saying nobody gonna support him. Nobody gonna do this. I have these rap niggas saying, oh, I can't do a record with him. He just showed y'all niggas, I don't need you niggas. If anything, y'all niggas need to line y'all shit up with me because y'all niggas ain't selling out no stadiums. Y'all niggas ain't doing it. He doing it by himself because niggas don't fuck with him, allegedly. Although he had the free Jeffrey up there and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. He's talking about free thug, but
because niggas picking sides and shit, and him and Thug might be good.
Maybe that's a possibility.
It's definitely it could go either way. It's both a possible. Either they'll fuck with him or he don't. Like those are the possibilities.
Yeah, we don't know because Doug has not spoken to any. I don't think he probably spoken to people privately, but he hasn't spoken out loud.
He hasn't publicly said nothing. We ain't heard no statements. We just hear everybody picking sides. But this nigga Gunna,
we hear people speaking on his behalf, and we can't even go by that because we really don't know that's what he said or not. That's just somebody else saying what he said.
Exactly. And so, all Gunna is doing though is showing at the end of the day, motherfuckers' morals and what principle, street knowledge, that shit don't apply to music. This ain't the fucking streets. We be trying to take street logic to the corporate world. I ain't no snitch. I don't snitch. Bro, this ain't the block. If you ain't playing the block, if you don't play the block, if you ain't a part of those games, those street politics don't apply to you. And sure enough, Gunna got a stadium full of motherfuckers that say, yes, we still fuck with you, Gunna. Because the music is there. Proof is in the pudding. The music is fire. Can't nobody say Gunna music or his album, and I don't listen to it. So I can say, I don't know. But I know Fuck You Mean was hard.
I didn't know what's the song about her like the hook, but
I'm pretty sure you heard that. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah. That. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't hear. I didn't hear really what he's saying lyrically or rapping, but I definitely heard that part.
Fuck you mean?
That beat is fire. I like the beat.
Yeah. You hear that shit all summer.
That's a fact.
So Gunna gonna be good. Jeffrey gonna be good. Them niggas, Jeffrey gonna do what he gotta do. And we like you said, we don't know what the possibilities are of their relationship. All I know is Gunna is showing everybody all that typecast or y'all trying to shadow ban me. That shit means nothing. Y'all niggas just talking because y'all street politics don't apply to the business. All you street niggas is in the streets. That's it. Y'all ain't selling no records. Y'all ain't making no money.
Oh, that's understandable. But he also claimed to be a street nigga too, so
everybody keeps saying that. Listen to the music. Where do Gunna talk about really being the quote unquote street nigga shooting, doing all the shit that Jeffrey now being accused of?
He's also a gang member.
He said he never was a gang member. He was a part of a record label.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about YSL label. He was allegedly correct.
Man, we saw the video of him snitching on the nigga when he was young. That nigga ain't no crip.
But allegedly he was. He's a part of, I believe, the Rolling 60s. I'm correct.
That nigga was with the
neighborhood,
not the Rolling 60.
Neighborhood 60.
He was with the cartwheeling 48s.
Cartwheeling 48s. That's crazy.
That nigga ain't no gang, man.
But apparently he was part of a Crip gang. He was a Crip member.
Right.
And he was, obviously why a lot of the YSL members was a whole bunch of, Bloods, but Gunna was one of the Crips that was a part of the label. So that's what I'm saying. It's a little different when you are an actual gang member. You ain't gotta be the toughest person in the world, most gangster person, but if he's a part of the gang, that kind of alters the rules for him.
Yeah, but again, we spoke about this before, and we gave the contrast between him and 6ix9ine, whereas 6ix9ine was heavily gang banging, videos, his music, everything was his whole allure was the gang. Gunna's allure always been cool money bitches. Music represent that. The lifestyle he's rapping about.
He just didn't rap about. His was just he was a more flashy rapper. It wasn't straight street.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
He rapped a little street shit. It wasn't just as aggressive as everybody.
No, I'm saying
more flashy.
And his whole reputation was never gangster. It was you could be a street nigga, everybody is from the hood. You a street nigga. There's a gangsters and street niggas. Niggas from the hood and niggas that live in the hood. There's differences. Gunna's music has never displayed him to be a gangster, a gang banger. And therefore, he was able to do whatever he did, came back and made music, and nothing, it didn't really affect anything. If anything, it seems like he's grown as an artist. Whereas 6ix9ine, because he was such a big gangbanger, did what he did, now it's like, damn, all you preached was this. So now you can't come back because of everything that you said, the polar difference between the two. And that's why I feel like Gunna gets the pass with a lot of people, because his music was solely on some cool, street, bitches, money, fly, drugs, getting high, shit that regular niggas do. And shit that niggas want in the hood, bitches and money, and to be liked. And so he get a pass for a lot of people. Street niggas ain't gonna say, gonna speak about him, because he could have been off camera saying, gangbanging with niggas and shit. For all we know, he could have been a part of fronting a lot of drug and gang activity. We don't know that, but the image that was portrayed on camera wasn't a super gangster.
I hear you, but one's debated, but then he also in court said YSL is a gang. He was a part of that too. So either way, he was a gang member. So
yeah, he said YSL the gang, but I was a record artist. I was not a part of the gang.
Yeah, he's still YSL, and the main reason why he got arrested was for him throwing up their signs and him having shit tatted on him. But each their own. To each their.
Yeah, a lot of signs I throw up look the same, but they ain't gangs. I'm letting y'all know that. That's my record.
Listen, us as regular civilians, we throw.
Yes, I am a civilian.
Yeah, we throw the wrong stuff.
My signs might look similar to some of the other signs, but I am a civilian.
We throw up like a peace sign or just a regular hand sign. And
yeah, my peace is peace.
Someone might adjust us like, yo, what you repping? I'm just saying.
Look, I throw up forks. I'm talking about dinner. So do not come at me. Do not associate me with any gang activity. Don's is solely a musical entity.
Culture Capsule, the brand, not a gang.
Exactly. Not a gang. We throwing up CDs for Culture Capsule.
That's hilarious. But let's get into Taco Bell putting out Mountain Dew flavored gelato. Trying it or not?
Didn't we talk about Mountain Dew? Who eats that shit?
Mountain Dew?
I mean, we talked about Taco Bell. Nobody eats that.
Johnny do.
We had a Taco Bell conversation. We had that on OSA. That was on OSA. We had that conversation about, because Eddie was talking about Taco Bell good as hell. I'm like, bro, nobody eat that shit.
I don't like that shit.
And nobody even like Mountain Dew.
Nobody fucking. If you still drink Mountain Dew, you a nasty
you a
nigga.
scumbag.
I drink Mountain Dew every now and then. I don't do that.
Scumbag.
I told you he wasn't allowed to say nigga.
Yeah, I'm now on your side. This nigga drink Mountain Dew.
Well, listen, that's something, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's something you can't drink on a consistent basis.
Bro,
every now and then I get a 2 liter or a Mountain Dew can.
A 2 liter? Damn, you drink that much?
I didn't mean to say 2 liter. I meant to say 20 ounce. 20
Bro, this nigga sitting there with a whole 2 liter.
I meant to say 20 ounce.
I believe he do get the 2 liter. I ain't gonna lie.
I had Mountain Dew 2 liter in forever.
Yeah, John can't say nigga no more. I'm changing.
I'm telling you right now, I haven't had
Mountain Dew
in a minute. Sometimes when I'm when I'm at the store and they have Mountain Dew and the fountain drink, I'll get Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Mountain Dew and the nigga words sound like white supremacy to me. So I don't know.
It does.
It's giving white supremacy.
Why don't you try that? And I'll buy the Cheeto ice cream and we'll try it.
Cheeto ice.
The hot flavor.
That's disgusting too.
That's horrible.
That shit looks so good.
That makes no sense.
That shit looks
don't
so
make any
good.
sense at all.
That shit looks so good. Oh my god.
That shit looks horrible, bro.
That shit looks so good. Cause I've always wanted to try Flaming Hots with a vanilla ice cream. So
That's weird. How they say,
we
vanilla ice
gonna
cream.
move on from
Comes
ice
with
cream, but that's some crazy flavor ice cream. We'll move on.
So I'm just saying, you do the Mountain Dew, whatever
Gelato.
and I'll do the Flaming Hot.
Whatever it releases, I got you. Whatever it releases.
It's already released, so find it for me, please. Because Devin said he's not gonna buy it for me.
We'll find it. We'll try to.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Was it a couple of weeks ago? We talked about there was a parent active gunman at a Lil Durk concert. A few weeks later, now there was a shooting at Lil Baby's concert. I don't understand how people were sneaking guns into these venues for concerts.
In their drawers or their penises.
Yeah, but aren't they for some? I feel like for the venues that they are, these arenas that they are in, fight security is tight, metal detectors and everything.
That ain't happening at a Gunna show.
Wait, no, because if you put it in your drawers, then you can just say that's your belt.
Nah, but they usually make you take all that shit off.
When we went to go see Kevin Hart, they didn't make you take off your belt. At Madison Square Garden, they didn't make you take off your belt.
Nah, they don't want to do that, but I'm pretty sure.
No, but didn't they make me go through the spin thing? Didn't I have to go through the put your hand up spin?
No, that's at the airport.
No, I know that. I know that's at the airport.
Yeah, now everybody got that airport security.
No, I know that's at the airport, but I thought I went through something.
You just went through the metal detector.
You know what I'm saying? If your shit keep going off, they will pat you down.
Yeah.
Even if you say it's your belt, if they feel like there's something off, they will pat you down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But they're not gonna pat you down where your penis is at.
My whole thing is why you come to it? Why you going to a
that
show?
shit, that's where the shit going on. They have the wand, metal detector, and the wand keep going off there. They going.
Oh yeah, they're going your shit. Yo, pull over for a second. Yo, you keep going off. Can we see? But I just understand, again, you go to these shows, yes, it's Lil Baby. Lil Baby ain't the toughest of rappers. Like, Lil Baby is kind of like Gunna and shit. It's like, it's just cool rap. So why are y'all niggas going to these shows like this? Like, Baby don't rap about, especially Baby now, after this YSL shit happened, his musical content is mainly inspirational hood shit. Like, he don't be on no gangster shit. He don't be talking about no gangster shit. He talk about coming up, bitches, money, living fast, like being fly. So it's like, what warrants you to come strapped up unless you going there because you like, yo, this Baby, these niggas over here fuck with Baby and we might run into him type shit. But at the same time, Baby ain't rapping about that shit. So why y'all niggas even there on that time? I don't know. Niggas just goofy. That's real goofy shit.
Yeah, it just makes me not.
And then again, that stops these artists from being able to have these concerts because these cities will shut your shit down and say, yeah, we can't have you performing here because of the type of shit that happened at your show. So y'all nigga ain't gonna do it for yourself. Do it for y'all favorite artists. So you have the opportunity to see them because they be fucking it up for
them. There's hope. Whoever was shot, speedy recovery. Good. People stop going to venues like that. People trying to enjoy their time. Don't shoot at venues. Don't shoot at all.
That's why I won't go to concerts no more.
Don't shoot at all.
I've never been to but.
But now let's transition. Looks like lightly, but 20 years beef reignited. 50 and Ja Rule, the never-ending saga, never-ending beef, threw some jabs at each other. What's your overall thoughts on the whole thing?
We never get in the verses. That's my take on it. We ain't never getting no verses.
That's hilarious.
But the only thing is also Ja Rule, his Get Back wasn't funny though. Like,
because it was real, because it was the truth.
yeah, 50, but you gotta know how to troll. 50 a troll, so you gotta know how to cut him. You know, get back with the get back. Like if you don't say something, have somebody around you help you with the joke. Like, cause I would chop 50 fat ass up. I would say you up there looking like a holiday ham or some shit. Like you look like you on your mama's rotisserie, upside down on that fucking stage.
Hey, y'all can joke about his weight, but that's still arguably the best Super Bowl performance. So,
Arguably the best Super Bowl performance to who?
so what's the best Super Bowl performance?
Not that one.
Well, all right. You don't say that because Eminem was.
Oh my God, here we go.
I ain't saying that, yo, but
That's the only reason why Dev feels that way. If Eminem wasn't a part of it, Dev would say that was the best performance.
Yo. Not at all. I'm just saying there's better performances than that, bro. That's all I'm saying.
What?
The Bruno and fucking Beyonce was better than that.
It was not. It was not. It was not.
It
Nope.
was.
Nope.
It wasn't.
He said nope.
It was. It was better than that, John.
Nope. It really
Fucking
wasn't.
Rihanna's was better.
It wasn't.
That wasn't better. But Beyonce and Bruno Mars' performance was better. Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson's performance was better on the Super Bowl.
Oh, word.
The fuck you mean? No.
Nope.
Get the fuck out of here. Exit.
They never
Exit that.
apologized. They don't fuck with Janet, so that performance loses points.
The performance was.
But-
I ain't talking about how the dismay that came
Well,
from it.
And you got to see her titty for 5 seconds.
It's shrouded in controversy, and they did.
It doesn't
Janet-
matter. Doesn't matter. So did that Super Bowl. And that Super Bowl big had controversy for nothing good. But at least you got 5 seconds of seeing Janet Jackson's whole titty.
The only
Michael
one.
Jackson, nigga.
Yeah. I'll give you that two Super Bowl performances that was crazy.
Shit, Katy Perry shit was better than his.
It wasn't, but I'll give you that two.
Again,
I'll give you that two.
Mike and Prince.
Yep.
And Janet Jackson, Justin
Janet
Timberlake.
Jackson.
No.
No, John. There's her Super Bowl
I said-
performance was.
I said arguably. I didn't say it was the best one. I said arguably.
It ain't arguably.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't though,
If you're
John.
saying hip hop,
You-
yes, it was.
Yeah,
John,
so
you
don't
sucking dick
throw.
because-
Oh, also the Weeknd performance was better than that,
It was.
It was not.
bro. Weeknd shit was fire.
It's because you sucking dick. Take that out your mind.
Bro, the
Because it
weekend
was-
shit was not all that. It really wasn't.
It
Nah,
really was
It
though.
was. I ain't saying it was all that. I'm just saying it was better.
If it was better than all these performances was trash.
Only person that
And
set
all
was
these
good was
performances
Kendrick's.
trash.
Kendrick's set. That's the only one I remember. It's Kendrick's
I
set.
I
said
don't remember.
if Eminem wasn't a part of it, that view would be different.
Hold on, what did M perform? I'm trying to remember. What did M
Yeah,
perform?
what did he perform?
Lose yourself.
That was the dumbest shit I ever.
Bro, we
After the
got
whole the stupid joke came out. They said "Lose Yourself" is the Meek Mill song for white people.
white people.
Yeah.
That whole shit was bad. I don't even remember what song Snoop did. What song Snoop did?
He did a couple of songs. Him and Jay did a couple of songs.
Yeah, they did a couple of day songs.
What was it?
I don't remember. I can't remember what.
John, what was it? Since you
They
want
did,
to
they
suck
did
dick?
next episode.
They did next episode, and they probably did Still Dre or some shit.
What song did Mary do?
She definitely did No More Drama. She did.
Oh
she
yeah,
did,
did
she
yeah.
did
Then
like
Mary
two.
didn't. Yeah, Mary said didn't even fit.
She did. She definitely did No More Drama. And I think she did one more song.
It's okay, John. It's okay. I get it. You gotta stick up for 50.
The graphics was
Okay.
fire. The graphics were fire.
That has nothing to do with 50. Overall, as a hip-hop rap fan.
The animation was dope. The animation was dope. But Kendrick said was the only one worth part of it that was really worth seeing.
That's not
So-
true. It's cool though. That's how you
I
feel.
give it top 10. Top 10.
It's definitely higher than that, but
You sound like LeBron fans right now. You sound like Rich Paul.
no, that's
But I'm not gonna take away that Ja Rule. What was he thinking playing Jesus?
Yeah, he was tripping.
I'm watching that like, y'all, I can't even support this. I'm on 50 side. And you know me, I hate 50
Wait,
Cent.
talk about that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I seen, I was wondering what he was doing. Now, like, I was looking at his performance. I was like, what the hell is he doing? Like, what
No,
song
he
did
was.
he
No,
got?
he definitely was tripping because I don't know what song will equate him to do that.
Yeah. So I just chuckled at it, and also I knew Ja Rule was gonna respond. But you know what's crazy? I knew even if it wasn't for that video, I felt like 50 was gonna respond to him anyway because Ja Rule was on Math Hoffa's podcast, and there's like they's broken up into two parts. There's one part just Ja Rule talking regular stuff, and then the other part is the straight him talking about 50 and G Unit, and he definitely was saying a lot of stuff on that. So I knew a response was coming, but 50 hasn't responded to it yet. He just threw a jab at the performance.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna throw a jab at that performance. I'm on 50 Cent side. And you know I'm never on 50 Cent, but what the hell was he thinking playing Jesus? Dude, what are you talking about? Who crucified? Why are you comparing your shit to Jesus? Are you stupid? I don't support that. That was stupid.
That's what I'm saying. I saw the shit. I went right past it because I'm like, this nigga nut. If 50 didn't say nothing, I wouldn't be talking about it now because I just completely ignored
No
that
offense,
shit.
Ja Rule probably never heard about it when 50 ain't saying nothing about it.
Word, straight up. Because I went right past that shit.
You know, Ja Rule was a great artist. He got a great catalog, but you know, probably never heard about the video.
But
shit,
what song was it?
And Lady Gaga performance was better.
You said what?
Lady Gaga performance was better.
I like Lady Gaga's performance. That was cool. Damn, that one was a couple of years ago. Holy, now time is flying.
Nah, that was like 5-6 years ago.
That was a lot of years, bro.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Ja was tripping though, but we ain't never getting the verses. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know any fucking verses with 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
I do.
yeah, I think I think that would be hands down the best verses if it was to ever happen.
I think that would be the biggest verses if that was to happen.
Well, I won't say best because if it was to happen, it'll have more impact. But would it last? And
I said biggest. I didn't say best. I said biggest.
I said best, but I'm changing my tune. I'm saying I don't know about best because that shit might fuck around and within like the first 5 minutes. So I'm gonna just say
word.
the biggest.
Soon as they go live, that shit like cameras cut.
So, but we'll transition to a prisoner in Pennsylvania escaped by climbing 2 walls. He just climbed up the wall.
No, did you see that video? Did you actually watch the video, John? Because when I was watching the video, it reminded me of when Dorian used to stand on our fucking wall, his feet on one side, his hand on the other, and him doing this shit.
Yeah.
And I used to be like,
do that a lot as a kid.
I'm like, only boys used to do that shit because girls would not be standing there like up the wall. Like, who does that shit? And for you to be a grown ass man doing that shit out of prison.
But the crazy thing is, they said like he was doing that shit for a while, like building up muscle, like climbing up the wall.
That was his workout for the day.
Yeah, like that was his workout. Like he was doing that regularly, and they didn't think nothing of it. They just allowed him to. He wasn't bothering nobody. He just working out. He come down. He climb up high. Never make it to like the way to get out, I guess. But would climb up very high, come down, would do that shit like every time they got free time and shit. They got fucking yard. He just climbing up the wall. So at some point, I would think somebody would be like, "Yo, ain't that nigga getting close to a window or a vent? What if like ain't nobody like make a joke like, what if that nigga climb out?" Like that didn't come across nobody. That ain't come across nobody's mind, and nobody be like, "Yo, stop this nigga from climbing up here." Next time you see you climbing, we gonna put you in fucking lockup, like because you too close to the fucking accident shit. But hey, shout out to that brother building his calisthenics and stuff and finding a way, to get home.
Now they're not gonna let him climb up the
Nah,
wall.
if you Google it, they said he stole a rifle and he's armed and dangerous right now. as of an hour ago. And then manhunt continues for him.
Is he white or black?
He's definitely, he looked white.
I thought he was black.
He's probably on the lighter side. Shout out to that brother though.
Let me go. I'll give it to you in a second. What the fuck? That's his name? Oh, his name is Danilo Cavalcante.
Oh, that sounds Spanish.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, that's right. He might be. Oh, yeah, he don't.
That sounds Spanish.
Damn. I clicked on the article. It had a picture. I think that's him, but he might be. He shared obviously his mugshot. He has facial hair, but he shared his facial hair.
Yeah, I don't know. He looked racially ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's of Latino descent. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, could be.
Mm-hmm. But let's transition to ASO's Keep One. We did this before. I'll give you a group of things, and I only are allowed to keep one. I got a couple, so I'm just ring them out, and y'all let me know which one. So I'm gonna start with Young Money albums. You can only keep one. Take Care, The Carter 3, or Pink Friday.
Take Care. No. Is that my favorite one?
Yes, that's your favorite one.
Yes, Take Care.
We're just gonna Take Care. Dev, which one
I'm going the Carter 3.
Going Carter 3, okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna agree with that. I'm gonna go Carter 3. I'm gonna keep Carter 3. You said, oh, you wanted me to pick Pink Friday, that way they all get included?
I thought you was going with Pink Friday.
If you want me to pick it just to have all of them included, I will, but...
No, I just thought that's what your type of vibe, so...
All right.
I thought you know, like the boom bass and all that stuff.
Oh.
Bass. I know you was in there.
That was Steph's song. What you talking about? That was Steph's song.
Huh?
That was Steph's song.
That was Steph, like, Adams?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I love that
really?
song.
I don't remember.
Bro, that's crazy. Every time he used to sing, he used to do the dance.
All day. All day he used to sing that
crazy.
shit.
That's his song.
He used to sing that shit all day.
Oh, that's
Yo,
crazy.
we used to be in class, he used to sing that shit. Like, you don't shut the fuck up.
That's crazy.
I could picture Steph saying, this one is one for the business. I could picture his big dumb ass doing that.
He used to love that shit.
Keep one. Netflix, Max, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Hold on, was it 3 again?
Netflix, Max. It used to be HBO Max, but now it's just Max. Disney Plus.
I'm gonna have to go with the OG Netflix, man. I think everybody's trying to, compete. I think they still like Netflix.
I think at the moment,
one.
I agree with Dev. Netflix has the better options.
Yeah, I think Netflix is still one.
Your Max got the
Disney
DC,
Plus has Mandalorian,
it has all of Marvel, it has all of Star Wars world. But I just think Netflix continues to bring just new shit. Like Netflix just always got some shit.
Netflix got Ozark, Stranger Things. Netflix got
they always has Squid Game. Netflix always keep some, and usually their shows be like the phenomenon.
Yeah, they definitely broke up.
Live without, like Obi-Wan and Mandalorian.
Yeah, because usually I don't go back to them. After I watch them, I'm done.
It's crazy. Netflix had the Marvel shows too.
Yeah, once upon a time they did,
but now they don't.
Now that's Disney. Punisher.
Word. And Punisher was by far my favorite Marvel show.
Netflix.
Yeah, that came out through Netflix. That was my shit.
Even though they gave it back to Disney Plus, those are Netflix original.
Yeah, those Marvel Netflix shows were fire.
Disney Plus now, so.
Now those, but
they'll always be notified as Netflix original.
Fucking Daredevil, Daredevil was fucking fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with
lying.
Netflix, man.
Netflix irks my soul sometimes, but they still put out some fire originals over the years.
Yeah, I think Netflix just.
I don't really watch Netflix. Do you know that? I know you see me. I don't really watch Netflix.
And you don't see me watching nothing else but Netflix.
Netflix revived Top Boy, and Top Boy's on Netflix.
Again, when we think about the most streamed shows, movies, cultural phenomenons, this is what I'm talking about. Netflix, they had, what's that, Bird Box?
Oh, yeah, Bird Box.
They had Stranger Things, Umbrella. They didn't have Ozark. They didn't have Squid Game.
Oh, Squid Game.
Bro, Netflix has
Not about Squid Game.
The cultural phenomenons, Netflix has them.
Oh, well, they didn't start it, but they brought the rights to it. They got my man Danielson in them. Cobra Kai.
My Block.
Oh, yeah, on My Block. Mm-hmm. Damn, I remember that show. Shit, they should have kept it going.
Your fucking movie. Boys I Love Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. Whatever she called that you watch.
There's 3 of those movies, too.
You would know.
Bro, we already had this conversation.
Look at John Larch. It's 3 of them, too. I saw them.
Bro, listen, there'd be times where I just scroll through, ain't nothing to watch. I click something to watch to go to sleep.
John's like, oh, that's interesting.
But that's
I have to
the
go
only
to
thing I like
sleep,
on Netflix.
or it's like, oh shit, this is kind of entertaining. I'll keep watching.
That's the only thing I like on Netflix. I don't really watch nothing on Netflix. Netflix is not my channel to go to.
Never watched Orange is the New Black?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Orange is the New Black. I forgot about that. You watched
Orange is the New Black. And
yeah, that's when we watched season 2.
That was
because
like
you consume with everything else, but you Lincoln Lawyer is your show.
Yeah, Orange is the New Black was like the start of Netflix originals.
But it doesn't compare to my Disney Plus shows. That's the only thing I'm saying. To me personally, I don't watch enough shows on Netflix to say it compares to Disney Plus. Like I wouldn't want to give up Mandalorian and
like honestly, if they like you can only have one streaming site, period. Pick whichever one. I'm gonna go with Netflix. I'll be more content and happy.
If they said to pick one, I'm gonna have to go with Max. Max now has everything. It has TLC, has
so you watch all the reality stuff. So.
Right.
Oh yeah, Max. Max. I heard they're about to scrap the all DC stuff and go more reality.
Yeah, because they own all them channels and shit now. Like they own everything.
Yeah, why do they have to buy? Why do they have to merge, man? Leave my damn DC can never win, man. DC can never win.
But I hope they do that after Blue Beetle comes on.
Like I said, if anything, if I had to choose of any, and that's just the one streaming, I'm gonna go with Netflix.
I hope Netflix buys DC, like a DC media thing.
Yeah, buy the DCU.
Yeah, let it go to Netflix. Warner Brothers is tripping, man, with that merger. Let it go to Netflix. We get some Netflix original DC TV shows, man. That'll be fun.
Actually, fine because Netflix actually do well on the original shows.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one. Usher, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. Keep one.
Usher.
Okay. Well, there's one person definitely out, and that's Trey Songz.
I was trying. No offense to him, I was trying to find someone else that would fit.
That's closer.
I had 2 other names, but I don't know if we could mix them up with them 2. Yeah, they're big though. The other 2 names I thought about putting was Bruno and The Weeknd.
Those are big, but I don't think black culture wise they on the same level as Chris Brown and Usher.
So I'll have Trey Songz in this slot.
But this is a hard one for me. Chris Brown, I feel like I grew up with Chris Brown. Usher's more like a big bro and shit. Like Usher was going through things that I wasn't going through yet. But I have appreciation for him now that I'm a grown ass man. But me and Chris Breezy, we was going through puppy love together. You know, we had the young love. You know what I'm saying? It's never too hard to say goodbye. Like, I tell you that story. I broke up with a girl because off that song. Like this with that one song on it. Dropped it in her fucking locker and said, "This for you."
So sounds like you're keeping.
So I don't know. I'm trying to.
You gotta choose one. I choose Usher.
I'm just say Chris Brown. I'm gonna go with keep it. Chris.
Yeah, just go with your childhood. We grew up on. I'm gonna keep Usher, and it's a tough one,
I
but
ain't mad at y'all for doing that. But
Chris Brown and Usher is definitely the top two. I try to make it a little more tougher, but
that was a tough choice for me. That definitely was.
I try to make it a little more tougher for that one.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. This is influenced by last week's episode. Keep on Whitney, Beyonce, or Mariah.
I'm keeping Mariah.
He's so full of shit.
I'll give you Mariah.
That's going Mariah. Bree.
You was just singing Destiny's Child in the fucking kitchen.
I saw Destiny's Child, I saw Whitney Houston, and I saw Celine Dion just about 2 hours ago.
Right, but you was going in.
But I also saw Hero by Mariah Carey too.
I didn't hear that, but I heard you going.
I'll show you my history.
All right, I'm just saying from what I heard you going in, you was singing.
Oh yeah, because I definitely had a Destiny Child, not Beyonce.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you take away Beyonce, you don't have a Destiny Child.
I love that album.
Right, but if you take out Beyonce, you don't have.
If you take away Mariah Carey, you don't have Christmas.
You're so dumb. You already know where I'm going with, Johnny. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself.
This
How can you not have Christmas without Mariah Carey? That's the best time of the year.
Yeah, and
after that week ass Halloween, it goes Halloween, Mariah Carey.
I'm gonna punish you for saying Mariah Carey is Christmas. John, let's round this up.
With that one, I'll keep Whitney. So this is the one we went with 3 separate decisions. Dev, Mariah.
And I'll be loving you.
Bree, Beyonce. I'm going with Whitney. Two of main characters that shows me and Dev like. Bree, you can chime in, but keep one, Dev. Duchesne, Ghost, or Franklin.
Oh, keep my nigga Franklin all day.
Keeping Franklin.
Franklin Saint.
Bree, I know you don't not much of.
She know who Franklin Saint is.
Right, but it's not fair that I have to choose one without knowing the rest of them.
You know who Ghost is.
I don't know who's Ghost.
That's Power. Give me some
power. I'm gonna go with Franklin, I guess.
Damn, I think this is tougher. I rock my guy Duchesne.
I think Duchesne is the easy one. I think Ghost and Franklin is tough.
Yeah. But it's kind of, they all kind of like in the same era, so that's why I went with them 3. Even though I feel like Franklin and Ghost characters could be compared to other characters, they're got all-time great characters. I'm gonna keep Ghost, and we're gonna end it with the same choice, but the partners in crime. So keep one. They have Tommy, Sully, Leon.
I'm keeping Tommy.
Keeping
Tommy. I like Leon. I
fuck with Leon too.
I think he was so loyal.
Yeah, but Tommy just that nigga though.
But Tommy's just crazy, and
Sully another crazy nigga.
Right, but the thing about it is that Tommy, there was no loyalty to.
No, Tommy's loyal.
He was the ultimate loyal nigga.
Nah, he was ready to kill his wife, his baby mama.
That was his loyalty. They was trying to play them. Tommy like, it's us.
She was gonna snitch. That's why.
Yeah.
Nah, still.
I'm keeping Tommy. I need a nigga like Tommy on my team, man.
You surely don't. Not that type of wild ass nigga.
Nah, Tommy. I'm with Dev. I'm keeping Tommy. I think it'll be Tommy, Leon second, and Sully third.
I love Leon. I thought he was like.
Leon was, and I liked his character growth throughout the whole show. He was wild, and he realized this shit ain't really shit, and he started to like really distance himself from the shit. But even while he was distancing himself, he was always there for my man Franklin.
All right, John, I got a quick one. Keep one. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
That's hilarious. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
I love breakfast.
Woo!
I mean, keep like breakfast food, dinner food, lunch food.
I love breakfast.
But what's the categories? What won't go in lunch that won't go for dinner?
That's a tough one. That's true. That's actually a tough one. But I think you eat heavier for dinner.
Now you
than
do.
do for lunch.
Sometimes people will eat a lighter lunch because it's lunch.
Right.
Eat a heavier dinner because we eat dinner usually a year.
It's the last meal of the day.
You go out to dinner.
Yeah. So you usually ain't eating no steak and potatoes and a vegetable medley for lunch.
You might get like a little fast food, a sandwich.
Get some fast food, sandwich and shit. Breakfast, you got pancakes, eggs, you can go cereal, you go oatmeal, you go all that shit.
Got that
dinner,
bacon.
Bacon.
But lunch or dinner has my favorite food, and that's chicken. So,
and that's what I'm saying. Dinner, you go fried, you go to steak, might get a little seafood. Cause you ain't eat no seafood in the morning and shit.
I'm gonna go dinner.
I'm gonna go breakfast. And I'm not even a breakfast fan. But I like the variety of breakfast. I feel like dinner.
It's crazy. You can also have chicken and waffles for breakfast. So
that's true.
I love breakfast.
That's true.
Definitely have chicken and waffles, man.
We had when we went to that one spot, we had the strawberry pancakes or something, strawberry waffles and shit. Chicken and strawberry waffles.
That shit was delicious.
That shit was good.
Yeah, I need to go to the spot and get some chicken and waffles now.
Let's set up. Let's go out. OSA, ASO, not OSA, ASO.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said, not OSA. ASO. Let's hit a brunch, John.
John, you gotta keep one. Devin, Eddie, or Kevin.
I think we did this so far. I think Drew like played us and shit. Drew said like John or Eddie or some shit.
Answer the question, John.
We have to play. We have to guess who the person was gonna.
Nah, John, you gotta choose one. You gotta pick one. You got Dev, Eddie, or Kev. Choose one.
Bro, we brothers. He can't pick.
Yes, he can.
Listen.
If one was hanging on the cliff and you had to choose one, which one you pick?
He ain't gonna grab me. I'm the heaviest one, so he's gonna like, damn.
I'm gonna try to say more. If I can't say more, we all fall together.
You a lie.
You a damn dummy because I ain't following with you niggas.
Well, I'm the lightest one out the three, so
word, that's what I'm saying.
Me out for Dev, and Dev is in a position of me and Kev. I'm the lightest one of the three, so
nigga, I'm pulling y'all down.
I'm done. Okay.
Like I said, teamwork makes the dream
y'all
work.
Y'all niggas hanging from the cliff. I'm stepping on y'all hands.
Oh, then someone's gonna grab your foot. Fuck it.
I'm just saying. Baby, do you have an impromptu one?
No, I just gave in. Yeah, I
oh yeah, right. You did say that. You did say that.
All right.
Yeah, I got another one. OSA, ASO, Made in Melanin.
Made in Melanin.
I say ASO.
Okay.
I think ASO is a lot funner than.
I think Made in Melanin has the potential.
I think Made in Melanin has a lot of potential. I think all of them have a lot of potential. I think all of them have a lot of potential. I just think ASO is the funnest to do. So that's why I say ASO.
OSA is fun, but OSA gets a little crazy. There's a lot more opinions and a lot more people. Yeah. But with that being said, let's wrap on this brand new episode of another City Opinion podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Bree, and my host in the back, Dev. And we are out.